Hey everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Beam Saber.
Welcome to Beam Saber. Yeah. This is a Beam Saber campaign for Nonbinary TTRPG Month, which is all of August. Today we're playing Beam Saber by Austin Ramsay, a mecha hack of the Blades in the Dark system. It's a game about pilots of powerful machines trying to survive a war. And the non-binary TTRPG stuff can be found on Twitter at Nonbinary TTRPGM. And there is a link to the Discord and other games that are being hosted there. Is there more that I need to add?
I think you got the Twitter, you got the hashtag.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm Takuma. My Twitter is at Takuma_Okada_. I have links to games and music and stuff there. And today I'm joined by Curb.
Hey, I'm Kirby. This is my channel. My pronouns are he, they, and you can find me on Twitter at Fancy Rectangles.
Curb is also hosting and producing and is putting in a lot of work, and you should definitely watch that session 0 if you have time, because it's really good.
We make fun of horse names. It's great.
I think I may have had to cut horse names.
No.
But there will be an extended edition.
Where we have the horse
Director's
names.
cut.
Are still somewhere on my computer. I just wanted to something had to go. And it was either what our characters were named or Kentucky Derby winners.
Check out our Clapcast later.
Fortunately, I managed to combine both those things, so we're good.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I am also joined by Andy.
Hello, I'm Andy. You can find me on everywhere at Coca-Cola Garlic. Sometimes there's underscores. I don't know. I don't keep track. I use they and he pronouns.
And also Atlas.
Hi, you can find me online at Kobold Time and the podcast I do at Cousin Osmosis. I use he, him pronouns. That's me.
Claire from an undisclosed location.
Hello, my name is Claire. Everything else about me is classified. Except you can find me on Twitter at search query. Figure it out, context clues, how it's spelled. Pronouns they, them.
And last but not least, Sasha.
Hi, I'm Sasha. I use they, them pronouns. There's a helicopter above me. You can find me on Twitter at Sasha_Renault, and you can follow all my game dev stuff at tcabbage.
Nice.
Why'd you have to mention the helicopter? You've given away my location.
You've been compromised.
We tried so hard. We are doing session 1 of a 2-parter for the Ivy, which is our squad name, who are a bunch of pirates operating out of a Treasure Planet-esque kind of pirate dropship in the area of the Exodus Republic Incorporated, Commercial District 5, near Production Site 4, which is a coastal city. And the map's on the screen, and...
Got it, yeah.
Yep. Nice. Okay. An important part of this squad is Polly, who is an AI, parrot AI, sort of parrot, who knows, which is gained from the Dire Assistance ability. So I just wanted to clarify if Polly is the direct superior or not. Do y'all take orders from Polly, or...
I take orders from Polly.
Thank you.
I think you translate the orders from Polly to the rest of us, because I think we established that Polly basically talks like an eBooks Twitter account a little bit. Just not necessarily in garbled not in coherent sentences all the time. So you're kind of bringing messages down from the oracle, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm really good at giving orders, so this will go great.
We don't technically worship the AI.
No,
Technically.
We're not a cult. We established this in character
we established
creation.
that we're not organized.
We did.
Cults.
It's an extremely thing that people who aren't in a cult say is we're not.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay, now that I know that for sure, thank you. I think we're going to start with, you're in this ship that we didn't even know exactly what this ship looked like until like a couple days ago when we finally decided. So if you all want to help bring this ship to life a little bit and like tell me where your character hangs out on the ship, like where they can be found in their free time, doing what. Anyone? Any ideas?
Dell's hanging out on lounge chairs on the deck with with sunglasses and looking amazing. We should probably like talk about who our characters are just in case people didn't catch the
yes.
pre-roll.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go as we're introducing them. So Dell is his full name is Asphodel Tizetta. He is a former supermodel turned mech pilot. He pilots the it's called the Chroma Lion. It is a beautiful grinning nightmare robot, and it has very long limbs and a grinning face. I have posted pictures on Twitter if you haven't seen, but actually hang on, I have a reference window open for just this.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me, all right, Oop. That's my boy, that's my beautiful boy Chroma Lion. And as you can see, just this really weird grinning face. He's based off a Japanese wrestler, Hiromu Takahashi. And the paint job does actually move. It at rest, it's kind of very subtle, like a screensaver or something. But the more active the robot gets, the more like frenetic the animation gets. And so the mech was created in a collaboration between Scaffold, a manufacturer, and the fashion house St. Cinder. And Dell happened to be there when they were displaying it, and he was sort of, additional eye candy with this mech. And the expo was attacked, and he jumps into this robot, and it turns out he's really good at piloting it. So they let him keep it in exchange for sending back test results. So so Dell's hanging out on the deck. Chroma Lion is reclining in there are big steel cables like on the sides of the ship, and so he's sort of like he's reclining in them and sort of tangled. He's got one leg hooked over the ropes like a wrestler. It's the tranquilo pose, which I don't have a reference for offhand. I can't find it, but so that's and Dell himself is proportioned like a clamp character, spindly, but also extremely beautiful, wears a weird mask, very pretty boy sort of character. So that's where Dell is.
I think that that Tusser is up in the rigging in the like taller parts of the ship. She has her mech with her. I think she's in the mech, which is this spindly, like if you took a motorcycle and then just stretched it out another 10 or 15 feet. And I think that she is currently just sort of like attached to the the mast, and is chilling out there, eating like a taco and like watching the horizon. She is Tusser Bloodless Hartberg. She has silvering hair, spectacle eyes, muscular build, dusty clothes. I feel like she's just wearing like a tank top and then like cargo shorts, and a cool robot arm that she is currently holding the taco in.
The most appropriate use for robot arms.
100%.
I think for Celestine Benjaminson, we see them running around like inventorying things on the ship and like doing like they've got like a clipboard that they're like marking arcane symbols on, and they're wearing this like big like very Star Wars Rebels helmet with like eye things that come down and sort of like more on top of the head. They're wearing like a jumpsuit and they have prosthetic legs that are like the ones that are like a swoop for running. And they're covered in floral tattoos. And they're like running back and forth between wherever Polly is situated and like different parts of the ship to like busying themselves with tasks that like keep the ship running.
Someone needs to make sure.
What does Polly look like?
Huh.
Is it literally just like a little robot parrot, or like a projection of a parrot, or something completely different?
That is up to y'all. Like, what does this parrot look like? The description of Dire Systems says your squad has acquired a powerful but contained AI. This could be very useful, but the desires and morals of an AI are very different from those who bleed.
I feel like if it's stuck in a fake bird body, that's very contained.
If it's stuck in a robot bird body, I want to say that Osa probably made it.
Oh, cute.
Or I was thinking like one of those animatronic birds.
No,
Maybe you like hacked one together.
Oh, that's horrifying.
that's terrifying.
Oh.
If Osa made it, it's all like real metal, and there's like no paint on it anywhere, and like anything like that. Like it's very like.
I like that better, actually. I like that like mechanical bird visual a little bit better. So
That's what I was picturing, but also I kind of like the idea of maybe it's like we have screens on the ship, and the Polly is just like the image of a bird, but not necessarily like actually a robot or anything.
I kind of like that, like stuck on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
what if to reinforce that the bird is like contained, it's not just the image of the bird that shows up, but the bird's like in a cage whenever you see it?
Oh,
Ollie. Oh, okay.
metaphors.
Yeah. We got him. We are not subtle.
Nope.
Andy, Claire, Osa, or Sunday Silence.
Such a good name.
Thank you. It's a horse. You can go ahead, Andy.
You can go ahead if you have an idea right now. I'm
Okay.
trying to come up with something.
I don't know if there are like mass print newspapers at this point, but I think that Sunday has printed out the news and is reading it in newspaper form while like eating lunch in like the bridge of the ship, like taking lunch at their station in the middle of like, I don't know, studying the scheduled courses of like different ships and transports and things in the area, and just like but at this point just like leaning back in a seat, just like not paying attention to that right now.
Okay. And Osa.
Yeah. I think Osa is in like, I don't know if she has like her own room necessarily, but she does have like an office per se. She like, so she's there, and I think like she's listening to like really loud like I'm torn between she's listening to like classical music like mixed with contemporary music, or she's listening to like uh uh what's the fucking anime music?
J-pop.
no, the other anime music.
Nightcore.
Oh,
Nightcore is really good.
Nightcore
That wasn't what I was
sounds
going
nice.
for.
no.
Fantastic.
Panties.
No, I don't think it's. What's the fucking anime music? God, I don't know. It's Nightcore now. She's but she's got like these big headphones on, but you can like still hear it a little bit. And she's sitting at a computer. The room is completely dark. Except for a computer, and you can see like from the other people's scenes that it's like daylight, like it's daytime outside. Her room is just particularly super dark, and she's sitting in like a beanbag chair on a computer, like sucking on a lollipop or something and listening to music. Also, should I describe her since we haven't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically Osa is like, she's actually a teenager. She's like 15. But she was a teenager like when I was a teenager, like, you know, early to mid 2000s, 2010 era. That's not the time period, but that's what she kind of, that's the aesthetic she has a little bit. She is like she's a teenage fashion disaster. I have her written down as, because she's wearing layers that don't match. She's like fucking Disney Channel layers. But like the most notable thing that she wears is like this vest that's like straight up like nice velvet maybe, or like leather. Like it's like actually like super expensive and super well made. And on the back there's like this really ornate like jewel encrusted like beetle shape. Bedazzled is the word I was looking for. Beetle. And it's like well made. It's super, it was probably made specifically for her. And that's what she wears, but she also wears like dirty old flannels and boxer shorts and yoga pants. Like, yeah, she's a lot. She doesn't wear shoes most of the time. Yeah, that's Osa.
Why wear shoes when you're on a ship, you know?
Exactly.
Did I get dirt in the ship? I just realized I forgot to describe what Sunday looks like.
Oh, yes, please.
Like a big. They're big. They're big and strong, and I love them, even though they kind of suck. Let's see. They've got like hair that is braided and also like pulled back. And right now they're wearing like military casual wear with like some of the like symbols and emblems like cut off and replaced with like custom ones.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Actually, I think Atlas, Andy, Claire, did we get a mech description?
Oh no.
No, I just rewrote my description because I had a very good idea suddenly, so I'll go first. It's a centaur, basically. It's called the Thoroughbred Fool. Quadrupedal, humanoid arms, industrial hands, light core, practical head, sealed cockpit, alloy shell, and a powerful style. It's basically, I have three different pictures of 3 different Centaur mechs that I found by Google searching Centaur mechs. They're all equally good. I need to figure out which one this one looks like. Maybe it's a combination of the 3.
I think how we get a look at Celestine's mech is we see them like walking around the ship, and we see them walk towards like a wall of plants. And as they walk up to it, it looks like they're gonna like do something with the plants, but the door just like opens, and the plants are like a facade, and they enter this like Steven Universe Palanquin sort of shaped business, which it like has a cockpit inside while they're like checking on something in there, and it closes back up, and like settles back to like looking like a garden fixture.
Oh yeah.
I think I actually maybe just Osa's in her mech. Because I didn't like sort of decide where she was. Maybe she's just in her mech right now. And it is like probably one of the bigger mechs of all of these, because it's not like it's not humanoid. It's not in like any like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like normal shape. It's not like the normal shape that you would expect a mech to be, because it looks like a giant metal praying mantis. There's no paint on it. It's got like these big round windows for eyes that you could see Osa through when they're driving it. And it has like these you don't see them, but like it does have these like, maybe not glass, I don't know what they're made out of, maybe plastic, but it does have like these transparent wings that'll unfold from its back. It has like hinges on its back, like a praying mantis does. And yeah, there's like it's very specifically like no special things, no paint, no nothing. It's very rustic is not the word I'm looking for. Rustic is the wrong word.
Industrial?
Yeah, industrial. That's how Osa do.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's your anime intro, folks.
Imagine more like cuts to music and stuff.
Imagine cool music, because
Da, 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 da.
there you go.
If this is an anime, can it just be like, can Osa go last and like she's just actually listening to the anime intro, like the
that's so
intro
good.
song in her
That's so
headphones?
good. Yeah. Oh
That's
God.
my favorite trope. I love that trope.
Okay, so you're all in your hangout spots, and how does someone call the crew together? Like, is there like an alarm that goes off, you think, or like a bell? Or does
I feel like
bellow at the
Celestine
loudspeaker?
might have to go like get everyone individually.
I would think that we'd have like comms or something, or at least an
But
alarm.
would people show up if I called the phone?
I mean, that's true.
Think that, like, I was envisioning, that YouTube video of a cockatoo screaming into a plastic cup. In addition to being a huge forever mood, that's sort of the noise that I just think Polly just like screams for a little bit, because apparently it's the only way to like get our passes together.
Yeah.
There's definitely a pretty robust intercom system. I failed to mention that the ship itself, I've already forgotten its name. It's a really good name.
Independent variable.
Independent variable.
Used to be a high tier officer's cruiser that Tusser stole when she defected. So it's got like top of the line intercom like between stations and whatnot. We just don't fucking listen to it
Exactly.
unless it's screaming. So
We used it too much. Like, it used to be only used for like meetings and stuff, but then we started being like, hey, can you give me a glass of water? And now like nobody pays attention to it.
Just a cross ship screaming match about whether or not water is wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Karaoke night, of course.
Does a straw have one hole or two?
I didn't ask for this.
Sorry, we took a $1 billion piece of equipment and are basically just using it to shitpost.
That's all we do.
I just looked up the cockatoo screaming, and I cannot make that sound. So
Okay. You don't have to.
it's just like a
Yep.
on the intercoms. And where do you gather? Like, is there a canteen type place? Like, where do you hang out like together? A common space.
There's probably like a really there's definitely like a mess hall, but there's probably also like a bar / like officers
Ooh.
chamber where it's like really glitzy and
Like a lounge.
in there. Yeah, like a lounge.
Dell likes lounging.
Lounging is good.
Yes.
Dell's very good at lounging.
The carpet looks like it needs a wash, but it is very plush inside.
I think like before the meeting takes place, Celestine is like, all right, everyone, as in accordance with the rules, I am required to check to make sure that everyone had lunch before we start our meeting, because as you know, some of us can get a little grumpy if they have not eaten. Has everyone had their lunch?
I'm already lighting my cigar.
My God.
Dell's like got one of those like shaker smoothies like in his hand and just goes like, yeah.
Thank you, Dell.
I actually have a drink, so like, yeah.
Osa like has to like think for a long time. She's like, I think I ate today.
That's good enough.
That's all you get.
I had some tacos earlier. I should be good for another 6 hours.
Thank you. All right. Now, Polly, as you were saying.
North Bay.
Sounds like we're headed to North Bay.
Okay. Sure.
Polly wants a gun?
Oh my God, Polly.
North Bay for a gun. Isn't this exciting?
A gun?
Just one? We have guns.
Any gun? Polly.
We don't have one from North Bay, though.
I mean,
Yes.
okay.
I think Polly somehow brings up like a video recording of, and I'm not going to do this conversation because I don't want to talk to myself, but it apparently there is some gun running going on between the Exodus Republic and the DFS. And there is a ship going out from North Bay to Journey City with a shipment of weapons. The problem is the squad that's involved, Saperson Incorporated, is in a bit of hot water after, they've been doing this for a while and someone caught wind of it, and they haven't been caught exactly, but they need someone to move the shipment from Production Site 4 to North Bay. They're trying to find people to do that for them, obviously, but Polly intercepted that call and thinks that y'all would be able to do that.
Sounds like a perfect, very piratey thing to do. Smuggling, that's very piratey. Don't you all agree?
Yeah, I'd say that's on brand for us.
It's not quite as piratey as plundering, but, it can't all be plunder days.
Can you repeat the brief description of the job?
So, contact Saperson, convince them to let you do this shipment, and then get this shipment from Production Site 4 to North Bay onto the boat that's headed to Journey City.
Okay.
Oh.
Good news. I have an item called High Priority Comm Decoder, which this device gives me the back channels to reach anyone's personal communicator. So we can just call them
You can just call them.
Incredible.
and be like, hey,
Is that a group call? Are we like on a conference call on this, or is someone gonna like take the lead on it?
it feels very piratey for it just to be a group call.
Yeah. So I think from this point on, we're going to move into the gather information free play stage of Forged in the Dark games, which is how you prep before a mission. You gather information on your targets and your routes and your methods, and contact people, try to squeeze more money out of them, etc., which is what is happening now. All right, make the call.
All right, I will mark this on my sheet as I brought it with me. And yeah, so I've already forgotten what the group was called. The Saperson
Incorporated.
Saperson Incorporated.
I'll put that in.
Saperson Incorporated. I can do that. And Celestine just punches in the number and like goes like that and puts it up on the screen of like a video call. And it's just gonna be like, and it's just like, Saperson Incorporated, we're the Ivy, and we have a wonderful opportunity for you.
The Ivy? Excuse me?
Yes, the Ivy.
Who is this?
I'm Celestine, the first mate here on the Ivy. We're here calling about your need for someone to carry a shipment.
We handle a lot of shipments, and we aren't actively trying to recruit. What are you
sure? Because it seems like we have some information about something running from production site, some guns running from production site 4 to North Bay that you are maybe having some trouble with.
Who told you? What? How did you get this channel? What?
A little bird told us.
Use your finger guns at Dell across the room.
I think this needs to be a roll.
Yeah.
This is controlled standard.
Okay.
Because there's a little bit of risk here, because obviously you're trying to contact gun runners, but
yeah. I think the final thing that Celestial says is just like, so if you could just transfer the details over, we'll be happy to do that for you for appropriate payment, of course. And can I say that I'm using command? And I'm just gonna tell them like, oh yeah, we're taking the job.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. Just 2d6, right?
Yep.
But that's what I have in my thing, so it is 2d6.
Yes.
Sorry. You wouldn't know that. I am the one who knows that. Okay. Oh, bad.
Ooh,
I got a 1 to 3.
Well.
Forgot they don't add. That's bad.
I think you hear this person's name is Bradbury.
Good.
And I think you can hear him like cover the mic, turn around and shout like trace the line, figure out where they are. You are now in a risky position if you want to push on, or if you want to try a different approach. You can still be at control. If you want to push on and keep using command, that is risky.
I'm better at command than I am at consort, but I could try to consort my.
I could also try to. God, does it count as like this follows the same rules as blades, right? For the most part.
Yes.
Would it count if I wanted to resist that consequence for them? Would that count as like, because like you can protect in blades?
Yeah.
Can I resist that consequence with like trying to not let them trace it? Like, that's what I do.
You can? Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna roll. It's a resist roll, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that has to be insight.
Okay, I can do that. roll 2d6.
What's a 5?
A 5.
That's good. Okay. Yeah, I think they just will not be able to trace you for a while. They might be able to eventually, but you're back at controlled if you want to take another stab at it.
Sure. I think Celestine like pulls the camera like down so that they're like more face to face, and is like, "Look, I'll level with you. We both need these jobs done, and so if you would just give us the job, then this wouldn't be a problem for either of us." And I think Celestine was pushing themselves this time.
Okay.
I'll mark some stress just to get that extra die.
Would you like an assist?
Sure.
Yeah. So I think that the way that Tuser helps is like basically like I think hits the lights so that like relevant trophies in the room light up. Like, hey, we are qualified, we are sanctified, we are the people to do this. So I have one with you. So that can be effect or another die.
Let's go with another die and be safe.
Okay.
Let's go.
There we go. There's a 6.
3, 3, 3, and 6.
Good lord.
That extra die,
Thankfully.
man.
Thankfully. I think you can see that he's been pretty stressed for a little while now. Like, it's coming up on this deadline. Hasn't been able to reach anyone who's willing to do this at like right now, just because the heat's high. And yeah, all right. We have a shipment that's just arrived. You know, some mech-sized weaponry, mainly some beam cannons, that sort of thing, which would be perfectly legal to sell within Exodus Republic territory, but we have a buyer who's willing to shell out a lot more in Journey City. They can only get a boat out as far as North Bay, where the security's a little looser. If you can get it to North Bay within the next 2 days, we'll pay you. We'll pay you handsomely.
Wonderful. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Just like flip phone shut.
Good.
So we have a job.
You do have a job, and you're gonna get paid a good amount because of that 6.
Yay.
How do you want to prepare for this job? Just real quick, what you know so far, and some rules of engagement that Bradbury gives you. Obviously, he wants this to be as under the radar as possible. Like, no violence, if at all possible. Like, if obviously someone shoots at you, he's not going to say no to you defending yourselves, but it would be preferable if you didn't end up in that situation in the first place. And obviously try to keep the property damage to a minimum. And make sure that the shipment makes it there intact. There are a couple fragile parts that you just need to not jostle around too much, you know. Obviously, the Exodus Republic is on to what's going on to an extent. They have spies out. They have not just cops, watching the docks, more so than usual. You know, used to be able to bribe a dock worker. Not going so well right now. That's kind of what the situation's like right now.
I want to try to find out what sort of trouble we might run into along the way. Sort of what the sort of what sort of I can't think of the word. What sort of people they have watching these like channels or something like that. I want to know what we're in store for in terms of that sort of thing. I think that'd be study.
Mhm.
Okay, I got 1 in study.
And where are you going to, look up this information? Or what are you doing?
I think I'm trying to listen into radio chatter, or see if they're I think my first move, and I have other ideas if this doesn't work, but my first move is to just try and listen into radio chatter, see if I can pick up any signals just going back and forth between here and North Bay.
Okay. Yeah. That would be a fortune roll.
Okay.
Do you want any help with that?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Yeah, well, because I think Osa could totally help if you're doing, if you're trying to listen into radio signals. I think she just wants in mostly, mostly because this is cool to her. Yeah, but I think she can definitely help with this. Ironically, as a person who's playing a hacker, I don't actually know that much about technology, so
yeah,
I can't give you any specifics.
Maybe if I'm picking up frequencies, but they're there's some sort of encryption on them, and you're helping me, de-encrypt them or something.
Yeah.
That sounds like some words that make sense.
It sounds like it makes sense, so it probably does. Do you want me to set you up or just take a stress and help you?
You said this was a fortune roll, right? So I don't know if we want to be spending stress already.
Yeah, I could just set you up and see how that works out.
Yeah,
I don't know how setting up works as far as fortune rolls go, but
it'll give you better effect,
Yeah,
I'll give you more.
Yeah. So I'm going to interface and I'm going to roll that and see how that one goes. 2d6. Well, not well.
Oh,
not good.
Oh.
Nope. Turns out radios aren't really my thing.
I think for this, it's just a lot of chatter. And the thing is, you tune into the slightly more pirate radio channels, the other smugglers, and there's just so much talking going on because they can't do that much business right now. They're all bored and they're talking to each other on the radio, and it's extremely hard to figure out what to tune into specifically.
Someone's having a karaoke night.
Yeah.
God, don't they know that these channels are supposed to be for important communication? You shouldn't be doing like that. God.
So sadly, that does not help your fortune roll, but you're still at standard.
Okay. All right. So I just got 1 die. So here we go. Okay, that's not good.
Oh, that's not great.
2.
2 is
so you get limited information. You still get some.
I'm just used. I'm like, all right, gonna used to my military days. All right, I'm gonna tune into this, and we're gonna find this, and we're gonna have this encryption code, and then it's I'm handed a CB radio, and I'm just what are all these truckers talking about? I don't know what that means. That's probably something gross. All right, I'm turning this thing off.
I do think you hear a little bit from the Sliver of Civility Trading Company, which is a tier 1 corporatocracy squad. They're a small trading company. They work in the Exodus Republic. They do do a little bit of smuggling on the side, not a lot, but they're known to do the smaller jobs that no one wants for a little bit of money. So they are specifically talking about maybe cooperating with other smugglers to help get shipments through. Maybe if you have a little spare cash to throw their way, but I mean, even if not, as like a favor system.
Also, if we figured this out at some point, because I knew this was a discussion, I missed it. What kind of ship do we have? Is it an airship, a spaceship, a water ship?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we said it was like all of them.
Okay, great. Is it a land ship?
I feel like, yes.
I feel like it has some sort of terrain capabilities, but maybe not like
Legs.
rough terrain.
Legs,
Got like little
legs,
chicken feet that like stick
legs.
out and waddle across the ground.
A Baba Yaga
Oh.
hut situation.
Yes.
Uh,
Like,
Hi, welcome. We're just playing Hell's Moving Castle, the RPG.
we are.
oh, that's the best.
God.
That's so good.
Good. Oh, I'm so pleased.
Excellent.
I would like to survey the road between here and there, because if I heard correct, we're escorting the guns from Production Site 4 to North Bay, where they're going to take a ship somewhere else? Or
You're not escorting. You're just like you're actually taking the thing.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
But like, we just have to get from Production Site 4 to North Bay, and then do the pass off. And all right, cool. So
well, you do need to get to the drop site and like make sure that there aren't people
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
But it's pretty simple.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna scout out and make sure that path like doesn't have like battles on it currently that we need to be worried about, which is just sort of getting into my mech and then just being like, all right, I'm gonna go take a ride. I'll be back before sunset probably.
There will be some stuff that I can just give you now, which is that this is deep in Exodus territory.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't a lot of fighting through here. There is a bit of a no man's land around the middle section of that road, especially that like big peninsula jutting out thing there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mostly like raiders.
Mm.
It's like small groups of like secondhand refurbished mechs that like hit villages. There isn't large scale conflict in this area at the moment.
Okay.
But there are things to look out for. So, you can still roll that survey and you'll still get stuff. But
I would like to, which is a 1d6, which is a 5. Hey, what's good?
hey, that's good. You get good information. You do know that there is sort of increased like air traffic control and like customs around North Bay, which is unusual because Production Site 4 is usually the busier of the two cities. And North Bay is like borderline a city, it's like a glorified suburb. Got a handful of skyscrapers and like a large dock, but a very small airport, that kind of deal. And they've ramped up security a lot, which is unusual. There are a couple checkpoints on the road itself, on the way. And those are heavily fortified because, again, raiders. But there aren't a lot of mid-air like checkpoints. Like, there's not really much stopping you flying to North Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we get some altitude, and this should be just like a breeze.
Yeah.
I think Tusser says that, but without the like, because she's cooler than that.
Anyone else? Gather information. Right.
I want to call in a favor with the March of Saints, but I don't know what that favor is yet. If we were going to do it from the road, and I might have called them in to like distract the raiders or something. But I don't know.
You could always flash back to like calling them in when you need them.
That's
Yeah,
true.
we'll see. We'll see.
We could probably do with like an actual contact at the port.
Yeah.
Or even like find out who we're passing this off to. Or if there's like a signal that we're gonna do to find them, like they're gonna wear like a big red hat, and then we have to go tell them that the bird is off its hinges, and then they tell us it's always been loose. I don't know, something like that. That's probably the pass code, right?
Something like that.
I think we can just assume that's the passcode and just skip looking into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right, here's the secrets.
I'm not very good at talking to people. So if someone would like to go and talk to people, maybe someone who is good at navigating bureaucracy.
I'm good at telling people what to do, which is great.
I can be very convincing, but otherwise I'm kind of useless.
Maybe we
Listen, we
do
need
like
space.
Yeah.
That could be you.
we do like a team up thing. Well, like I'll go navigate the bureaucracy, and you can like tell people that we're supposed to be there.
Yeah, of course. You knew that.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
You just stand there and look pretty.
I'm good at telling people what to do if that doesn't work.
I think Brad Bradbury would have told you which dock to meet this person at 2 a.m. The code phrase, as we have already decided, will for you will be the bird has come home to roost, and they need to reply, but the cat is closing in.
Okay.
And that's how you'll know.
Right.
So that is stuff you will get.
That sounds a bit like a threat.
Yeah.
But he can't tell you which squad specifically because of, maybe eavesdroppers or something. So
Okay. Is that everything that we need to do this thing? Have we packed? I mean, I'll pack lunch, I guess. And has everyone used the bathroom? Packed your toothbrush?
Hang on, I need to figure out the best hashtag for this mission, okay? It's very important.
Okay. This is the best part.
Oh man, that's an art right there.
Yeah.
Especially since we aren't supposed to be. This is a stealthy mission, so advertising
post
it.
into locked. It's fine. It's fine. It disappears after 24 hours. Duh.
Oh my god.
We only have 48 hours.
See, so it's fine.
I don't think that's what they meant.
Yeah, I think so. We know that we're okay to get to the place to get the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we know where to put it or who to bring it to, or at least how to identify who we probably need to bring it to when we get to the other end. have we kind of worked out what the in-between stuff is going to look like?
Yeah,
Not at all.
we're just gonna, because the checkpoints are on the ground. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up a couple thousand feet, and we're just gonna cruise and play pool until we get there.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be super chill and nothing will go wrong.
And then we'll just, we'll talk to air traffic control, or maybe we'll just like land just outside of their perimeter for North Bay, and then take the road in.
I do have fine official documents, so we can
That's
supposed
good.
to be there.
That's good.
I could also just like make it so that we're like supposed to be there, like
Yeah.
on their list or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm always on the list, honey.
Of course you are.
So yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. Just a cool journey up the coast.
Yeah, it's like a grocery run. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Takuma's face said that. Fucking classic.
It's just our group also said a similar thing, and it was not. Yeah, this has nothing to do with my prep at all, you know. So I guess
that's good.
Do we want to take 5 before we roll, or do we want to take 5 after we roll, or?
Yeah, actually, now would probably be a good time to take a break.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's 8:12 according to the clock that I'm looking at right now. So 8:17. Everybody aim to be back.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back in 5.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you for bearing with us during these technical difficulties.
You guys want to see my cool shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has a shark on it.
That's
But
sick.
he's in a wetsuit and on a skateboard and jumping out of a shark's mouth and screaming shark.
So good.
So-
Okay, now I have to do this for this one too. Okay, one sec.
I found this in Huntington Beach like 3 years ago, and it's my favorite shirt.
Nice.
It's very good.
Oh, no, not that.
And my cookie's so bad right now. Just like a cookie. I don't even care. Chocolate chip, raisin, just a regular sugar cookie.
Sugar cookies are so underrated.
They are. They truly are. Like a good snickerdoodle, goddamn.
I don't like snickerdoodles. I like sugar
Really?
cookies though.
Just straight up, just sugar and flour.
Where did Alice go?
I hate oatmeal raisin with
There
a
we go.
passion.
We found Atlas.
I don't like
Uh,
any cookies with oatmeal or any kind of thing that like gets stuck in your teeth. I hate it. It's the worst thing.
It's bad.
I have to know I'm eating an oatmeal raisin cookie. If it,
Right.
I can't be surprised by it. That's
Yeah.
the worst.
It tastes
No,
like
yeah.
trail.
I think the only cookie that I've tried with like oats and stuff that I liked is Katie, who makes the Friends of the Table breads and stuff. she made that the mystery cookie recipe from that one episode of Twilight Mirage.
Oh my god,
that
yeah.
While they were describing it, they were apologizing to her. So those, I believe, had oats in them, and they were okay. So. Anyway,
So jealous.
Everybody's faces are in the right place.
Good.
You could have said everyone's faces are in the right places.
Oh, we said it now. It's okay.
Oh, no. This is what happens when I'm not on my A game. Okay.
Yeah, you are on your
Now,
A game. It's
proceed.
fine.
Thank you for bearing with us, audience.
So yeah, we finished with the gather information stage, and we are going to declare load first of all, which I almost always forget, so I'm not going to forget this time. And then we will roll engagement.
Excellent.
Load, for people who haven't played Blades in the Dark before, is you get to declare how much stuff you're carrying, but you don't have to tell us what any of that stuff is, and you can decide what that stuff is during the mission.
I'm gonna go with light.
And you need it for both you and your mech.
Don't mechs always stay I thought we decided our mechs during character.
Oh, we did. We totally did. But if you want to just declare that again for,
Yes. Both of mine are light.
Mine, light for me, and medium for the robot, because it's already a touch conspicuous, so I don't really have to worry about that.
I'm going light for my robot, not because of like worrying about being conspicuous necessarily, just because like I don't know. I don't see it with like these big guns or anything on it. It's just a praying mantis. That's it. That's all it is.
Got those delicate arms.
Yeah.
Not good for grasping.
And I'm thinking medium for Osa, mostly just because like most of her gear is just like wires and shit.
Yeah. Cool.
Medium for both myself and my mech.
Oh. I am on someone else's character sheet. That will explain it. Okay. I think so Tusser's mech has like a big fuck off cannon on it. So that feels either medium or heavy. Okay, here's a question. Are we taking our base with us? Or are we like, because it is a mobile base.
It's such a lost opportunity if we don't, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. I hate it a bunch because so my conflict is being able to like use it as like a speedy motorcycle and like dart around and stuff, versus being able to scrap it up and do a bunch of damage. I think medium it'll have to be.
Yeah.
And for me personally, because I don't intend to like see or talk to anyone really, I'm gonna go heavy.
Cool. Is that? I think that's everyone. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. I did forget something else though, which was, what is your plan and your detail?
Oh, yes. That is a thing that we need to do stuff.
Could you list them? Would that be convenient? I don't have the list in front of me.
Oh yeah. There's 6 types of plans, and each one needs a different detail. Assault, you need a point of attack. Deception, you need the method of deception. Stealth, you need an entry point. Scientific, you need some sort of scientific procedure. Social, you need a social connection. Transport, you need a route.
I mean, it makes the most sense for it to be transport, and the route is just like this road here, but over it.
Yeah.
Could also argue stealth for the same, like the point of entry being the sky.
That could also work.
Are we sneaking around though? I think the number one thing for the plan is just what we want to focus on. So do we want to focus on like us like sneaking around, or do we want to focus on us like trying to transport the object? Like, I guess it doesn't make that much of a difference here, but
Yeah, it's just like a jumping off point, you know.
yeah.
I think probably travel is going to be more interesting, just given our stats. So, yeah.
I second that.
Transport then. And yeah, so the detail is just like flying above this road.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And with that, we are ready to roll engagements.
Nice.
Engagement roll. Same as other Blades games. Start with 1 die for plain old luck. And possible advantages and disadvantages may add or remove dice. So is the mission bold, or is the mission especially complex?
Not complex.
No.
It's just flying to the
No, it
place.
really isn't.
It's
Is
not
it bold?
It's not terribly bold, I don't think, unless people don't fly much.
We're coming in a luxury dropship.
Well,
And just like,
I mean, we have camouflage.
we do.
we do.
Mhm.
We do have camouflage.
That's true.
It's very good.
Yeah, if this is just a transport mission, it doesn't feel very bold necessarily.
Okay, so you're still at 1. Does the
Okay.
mission exploit the target's vulnerabilities, take +1, or is the mission's tactic ineffective against the target?
I think we're neutral on that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I'd
It's not
say
the best
so.
plan. It's not the worst plan.
It's a plan.
Done
Yeah,
worse.
it just is.
Yeah.
Does the squad receive external support for the mission, take +1? Is anyone interfering with the mission other than the target? I know that people are interfering, so that is a -1.
Did we want to try to get help? Was it Sliver of Civility offered to help if we exchange a favor or money? Did we want to contact them to see what they're asking for?
Yeah, we can at least hear the price, you know?
Okay.
I mean, they are offering support, so I think you'll get some form. So, like, either way. So I will give you +1 for that. So, yeah.
Back to 1.
Are there any other factors that affect the mission? Take +1 for each one that benefits the squad and -1 if it hinders them. This might include differences in squad tier, specialized equipment, or unusual terrain. Gonna have to take a -1 for tier just because you're at tier 0 and everyone else is higher than you are.
Love to start a game.
Yeah, I don't know if you have any bonuses besides
Can
stuff that we've talked about.
can we argue for mobile base and camouflage?
Oh? Yeah, okay.
My mech also has the option of taking a fine cargo container,
Ooh.
which I could take, and we could say we put the things in the mech.
I think I also have a cargo container. Potential.
Mine
don't-
is fine.
I don't know if it's gonna fit all of the it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a reason.
Yeah, it does say a few large items or many small ones. So
It could be the more delicate parts, right? That
Yeah.
can't go cluttering around the more valuable stuff.
Just
I
put
can
it
also
in
have
giant
space for a
pieces of
few
pellets.
large objects if we need to disperse.
Okay, so I think in the end you are still at 1 die.
Ooh.
Woo.
Wants to roll that engagement roll.
Mm,
I haven't rolled anything yet.
Yeah.
This'll go great. Da, 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 da.
Hey, it does go great.
Nice.
A 6.
We did it.
Oh man.
Crushed it.
Wow. So you are in a controlled position. Yeah, I think we can obviously the flight went extremely smoothly. Like, you checked the route. There were no issues there. I think you've landed at North Bay. You've gotten in. You have, obviously, it's a pirate ship. You have, the required hidden compartments and such. X-ray proof compartments, I might add.
Hey.
That lets you get these guns into, and I'd say it's early afternoon, like mid-afternoon, like 2 or 3. So you have about 12 hours until you need to get to the meet site with these guns.
All right.
Not bad.
I haven't really spent a lot of time in this town. We could just sort of look around North Bay, catch like a tourist trap. I don't know, see a movie. Like, what do you want?
Safely on the ship.
Yeah, let's.
I'm into seeing a movie.
You do also need to figure out a way to get this very large shipment of guns from where you are, where you've landed, to the dock.
What is that distance like?
It is kind of like around the border of town.
Okay.
Like the airport is on the outskirts, and the dock is like on the coastline on the opposite side, but you can, like travel around instead of going through the city.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, maybe I will go for a ride and scout out a good path to do that. Just out in the outskirts of town, like out in the hills.
If you don't mind, could I tag along, aid with that?
Sure. Yeah.
Are we going out on foot?
We could do that. I have a better survey than I do scan.
Yeah, I have. My scan's pretty good, so maybe you're on the ground, I'm up above. Would like flying a mech over the city be like an issue? Like, is
They
that
might not love it. Like, there is a reason for the air traffic control. You could okay. So what you can do is get permission from the control tower, and that would be like a controlled roll to do that.
Yeah, my load on my mech is medium, so it would be a bit more difficult, I suppose. Let me get back to you on that. I need to come up with some bullshit reason to do that. So air traffic control.
I can help you.
We could be out here scouting the path for a different reason. Like, maybe I've got movies on the mind, I guess. We could shoot like a documentary out here and be like, okay, so I'm gonna be walking across here, and I'm gonna be talking about the wombats used to come down this arc, and just down the curve they used to hang out, and that was like their meeting spot. And then,
sorry, were you gonna involve cameras in this?
Yes. That's right. No, you should be on camera, excuse me.
Yeah, I could go for a photo shoot. It's been a minute.
Good. It's a beautiful day out. The light is fantastic. So that's the cover story I'm going to bring to air traffic control, is that we need overhead shots, like helicopter style shots.
Okay, yeah. That's it. Sounds like a good cover to me.
All right.
Okay, yeah, so I'll be the guy on the ground then, just to give you some more credibility.
So yeah. Are we rolling for that, or are we just gonna do that?
I do want to roll for this for a couple reasons.
Okay.
But it's controlled.
Okay. So I'm like calling air traffic control. I'm like, hey, we're gonna need some permits to get some aerial shots. We're in town shooting a documentary. Wondering if we could get those done today.
Today, usually there's a bit of a wait period.
Yeah,
Usually,
I know.
I would have been able to give it to you quickly, but
Listen, this producer's really riding my ass. I don't know.
right. Well, let me see if I can help you. What altitude do you need to be at? What part of town are you flying over? Give me some specifics here.
Yeah, we should be clear over the height of any buildings, a few hundred feet up. Let's see. Yeah, we should be shouldn't take more than half an hour to get our shots.
All right, give me a roll.
All right. This is I feel like this is consort.
Sure.
All right. Whew.
That's a 4.
4.
Yeah. Uncontrolled. Yeah. You do get permission to fly over, obviously. I think that there probably will be like a record of this. But that shouldn't be a big deal,
Okay. I'm willing to accept that.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Good talking to you. Goodbye.
All right, let's check this place out.
Yeah.
I can roll survey, or you can roll scan, or we can both do that.
Yeah. I can do scan. Yeah.
Oh, I should have moved you over to another map.
Oh, okay. Here we
Hey,
Fancy.
There we go.
Jinx, you owe me a nice map.
Where are my robot stats? Let me see what I'm good at in the robot.
So do we want to do this as like 2 separate roles, or as like what is it? Is it a setup?
Yeah. If you do the scan as a setup, I could do the survey on that.
Yeah, like maybe I'm picking out like interesting looking things for you to check out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's see. I'm looking to see if I've got any gear that could possibly help me out. No. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll. Let's see, I've got 1 in scan, so here we go. Oh, that's a 3.
No.
Ooh. Sorry. Position and effect would have been controlled standard. So
right. Okay. Sorry.
I mean, on a 3, you could take a different approach, or you could seize a riskier opportunity.
I think it's like basically like I have a very specific like flight path given to me, and like maybe to go again here. That something that would increase the like take it from control to like risky would be going off that path, and I'm not sure. I figure we have like radio communication between me and people on the ground, so I'm gonna say like I wasn't able to get as clear a shot I wanted. My flight path is gonna have me come get out of the airspace soon. Should I go back for another scan, or are we still trying to lay low?
I think I'm sort of looking at the what little data you did get. I can take it from here. I can just it looks, but maybe you just get like the topography of what's up here, and it doesn't quite fit
Yeah,
the
sure.
data we had before. So I'm gonna do some survey. I'm just gonna hoof it over and make sure.
I'm the one in the horse mech here, please.
Excuse me.
So I guess I'll bring the I'll bring it back to the ship, I guess.
All right.
96. Does the scout come with like binoculars or something?
You should have that. Yeah, the rangefinder, laser painter, binoculars.
Rangefinder. Well, I'm gonna mark that wherever that is.
It's right above the drone. Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. Just gonna use those and take a look-see. So that increases my effect, I think.
Yes. Yeah, control. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's a 6 on a great.
Yes.
That feels real good.
Yeah. Wow, look at you. Okay. So there is a road that runs on the outside of this like dock area here, as well as you see like a really wide like dirt road going outside around the outskirts of North Bay that you can get to from the airport pretty easily. Doesn't look like there's a lot of traffic there. The north side of the city where this road is doesn't have as much security as the south side because that road coming from production site 4 is in the south. So they don't have as much of a need for security in the north. So it would be fairly easy to kind of make your way along that road down to this area in the docks. This let me draw that in actually. And take this road up here. So, yeah, you have a route.
I think I want to leave some kind of camera up here. I feel like I've got like a really nice vantage point, like just a good little bluff over over the road, and we're gonna come back here at night at like midnight or 1 to get there at 2 a.m. So I want to leave a camera here to just in case anything changes. Maybe that's trying to figure out which one of these things I mark. Maybe that's the hunter drone. I just sort of like throw some camo over it and do that. Does that sound copacetic? Is everyone still here?
Yes.
Yeah. Did Takuma walk up?
I feel like yes.
Oh no.
I feel like yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, well,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you're back.
am I back? Am I
Locked
back?
up for a
Okay.
second.
Yep.
Whoops, sorry. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Internet's been kind of fuzzy.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Hunter Drone is doing surveillance now, camouflaged in wherever you were. Some good vantage point, really tall tree perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, you have that. So the rest of you, what are y'all up to? You know that Sliver of Civility is still open to cooperation. You know that there are other smuggling groups that are kind of twiddling their thumbs. You do know about maybe increased security and maybe spies around.
Yeah.
If we have mechs with cargo containers, we could just take our mechs and see if we can sneak them through.
Yeah,
I know.
if you have a light mech, for sure. If you have a medium mech, you may have to be a little sneaky.
I have a light mech that has inconspicuous style, which makes the vehicle less noticeable than its load would indicate, so it basically looks like nothing.
Yeah. But again, that's not going to get all the shipment
Yeah.
there. I think you would need to have 4 of those like cargo spaces declared to be able to get all of it there. Concealed. I mean, you could still carry it in really inconspicuous crates.
Yeah, I think a cargo space is just one of like the base mech things that you can have. So we could all feasibly have that. I think it just is down to like who it's convenient to have.
Oh, it looks like though that Celestine has 2 slots for cargo. They've got the fine cargo and the cargo space. So
yeah,
that's something.
It would just mean my mech would be very cargo focused, which does make sense for the mech, but
yeah, I feel like Dell could probably, because all my stats are like rumbling. So maybe if you take 2 cargo blocks, and then we need another 2, but Dell could probably the one to be like intercept attacks, I guess. Basically just tank it, because if I'm not carrying anything, that means that I can take hits for if I'm not carrying anything, it means nothing breaks, essentially.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can definitely take cargo space. My mech is fast. It's very I have a lot of dots in maneuver. So I think that would be a good use for my mech, just to be able to like get away and get out of any sort of conflict to keep this cargo safe.
yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna be better for what do you call it? Like cover, like artillery cover.
Covering fire.
Covering fire. Thank you. Just in case. You know.
Yeah. Just in case.
Speaking of just in case, putting it out here, some of my personal equipment I could mark is placed explosives.
Nice.
Just throwing that out there. Also, subterfuge supplies that comes with like actors' props, makeup, accompanying documents for making disguises.
Oh yeah, I have that too.
Disguises are good.
Disguises are very good.
I guess for once we get out of the mechs.
Yeah.
Well, Del, you do not have a particular. You have a very iconic mech. Is the problem? So I guess you could potentially try to pull it off like someone stole the Chroma Lion, but I don't know. It sounded like your debut with it was pretty public.
It's had a few paint jobs since then, to be fair.
Well,
we still should figure out what to do once we get to the docks.
That is also true.
With the talking and the getting stuff through customs and whatnot.
I can have documents that are fine official documents that should help us there. We can like supposed to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like anything's on paper anymore. It shouldn't be that hard to get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's I want to be clear, that's not out of character. That's definitely what Osa says. And then like fucking like adjusts their vest or whatever. Like
Aww.
Cute.
Is anyone on the ship right now?
I think I am.
I think I am too.
Yeah, I don't know if we're prepping to leave and haven't left yet, then yeah, I'm still on the ship.
I can be.
You hear on the sound system, just every now and then, Polly seems to have like really taken to the phrase that you're supposed to get back. Like, the cat is closing in. Cat is closing in. And you hear that just like every now and then, for whatever reason.
I'm gonna strangle that bird.
That's unsettling.
Bird.
I'm worried that maybe Polly is trying to tell us something, and that maybe something is closing in on us. Maybe.
That bird's tried to tell us a lot, hasn't it? Never
Well,
understand the damn thing.
Polly tries their best. So if you could be a little more respectful of their position and their situation, I would really appreciate it. I know we've had this meeting before as like an official meeting, and you didn't take to it super well, but
Can we check radar and see if there is actually someone closing in?
You wouldn't get anything that's out of the ordinary. Like everything that's coming into the city, into the airfield, is stuff that's been cleared.
I don't think we should leave the ship alone. I think that like when we go and put stuff bring the things there, someone should stay behind on the ship.
I can, because I think I can, as far as like physical things go, I'm not great. I probably may or may not be able to protect myself, but I am 100% able to protect the ship. So if that's what we need, that's what I've got. And I'll be able to fix anything if anything goes wrong or, you know, anyone blows anything.
I think it's a fine plan.
I also have like stuff to defend against it, like actually in my load.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna go see a movie. I'll see y'all at 10, and we can ship off from there. Also, I'm dying for someone else's cooking.
That is fair. Who else is? What else do y'all do in this, sort of city?
Just worry a lot. Very worried.
I wait till like everyone's like stop paying attention and is like looking away, and then I like go up to like the observation deck or whatever to like get a look around, because I am going off of Celestine's instincts here. Of even as much as I don't want to admit it, I think that I think they might be onto something. That so is there like a what is like, so being like the navigator, I figure I spend like I work in some place that has a lot of visibility. Is this like, I'm imagining this is either like a crow's nest scenario or like a like periscope.
Yeah. I'm almost thinking like near the bow of the ship, there's just like a huge glass like window observation, like big ass window in the front of the ship with like very thick glass that you can see out of, with like instruments set up around it.
I'm thinking almost like a bit of like a tower.
Yeah.
That, like I like climb a ladder up to, and it gives me just a 360-degree view.
Yeah.
That's very piratey.
Yeah. So I climb up into that, and like fucking stupid bird, I'm just like I'm gonna keep an eye out for any suspicious looking stuff.
Do you have a role here?
I might.
I think this is just a fortune roll
Maybe.
if
yeah.
you're just looking.
How do I? Oh, that's not my. Let's see. I have a point in survey. This sort of sounds like survey.
Yeah.
All right. So that's just 1D. 6.
Look at that.
Hey,
Six.
Right.
we're so good
Okay.
at looking at stuff.
I got good eyes.
So it's good that it's you that's doing this, actually.
Oh boy.
Woo.
You. Okay, so you would know that you see Jovangelian hand signals.
Yeah.
And these are people wearing different, like, things that identify them as members of other squads, corporatography squads, not Jovangelian squads.
They're using what signals?
Jovangelian hand signals.
Interesting.
So you see a member of the Tolman Enterprises, which are, a group of dock workers, basically. They also are known for smuggling. They're known for racketeering, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You see a couple of them, signing to each other, sneaking off to a corner and sending something, etc., etc. You see a member of the Sliver of Civility Trading Company. And I think that is the group that you see the most infiltration of.
Uh-huh. So this comes off to me as the two thoughts that came to my head were, you just said infiltration, and the other one was that these are just Jovangelian squads in disguise.
I think you can tell that it's not the whole squad.
I see.
Yeah. Like it's
Okay.
members, usually a couple. For the Sliver of Civility, it seems almost more like a majority.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna relay that to whoever's still on board, and I'm just gonna be like, I'll be in my quarters. I have a plan.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I think we get a scene of like if Osa has agreed to like be in charge of the ship.
Mhm.
Celestine is trying to go over all the rules and regulations you need to follow when you're in charge of the ship with Osa.
And then Osa, like halfway through, just like is clearly not paying attention and is pretending to pay attention, but at some point, they have these like goggles on that they wear like periodically in certain scenes, and they'd put them on as just like when we were talking about someone like when Polly was acting weird. And you can like you don't know, but like if we saw inside like the screen, there's like a Tetris app or whatever that she's playing.
Perfect.
Instead of paying attention.
Oh.
Celestial is very earnest and is trying their best.
Osa does not care. Osa honestly like is pretty sure like she knows more than you anyway.
Oh my god.
About about the ship. I mean, she's
Lord.
she fixes it when it breaks, and so she's like, I know how to do this. I'm good at this.
And in subsection 28F, you can see that all it's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think fast forward to midnight-ish.
Yeah.
It's late. Y'all are prepped, ready to go. I am going to add a clock, which is, getting to this dock.
The movie was not great, but the steak was fantastic.
It's so big. I did not expect it to be that big. Okay. Um,
Clock.
That's a cool clock.
Hmm.
It's great. Okay. So Osa is staying with the ship. Who is everyone else carrying stuff then?
Yeah.
I can carry 2 stuffs.
Okay.
Nice.
I can carry 1.
I was gonna carry a thing, but if I'm staying on the ship, then I'm not gonna carry anything.
I can carry a thing with the caveat that if things get crazy, it might. Don't give me. There's like a couple of them that are fragile, or is it all of them that are fragile?
One of them.
One of
Out
them.
of the 4.
Okay. That one is
The fragile one can go in the fine cargo container.
There you go. There you go.
good.
Problem solved.
But I can take one of the regular ones in my cargo container. So I'll
There you
that.
go.
Oop.
Cool.
Radical.
Cool.
So
Yeah, the difference between is fine has the word safely in the description, and the regular cargo container does not. So
That's an important distinction.
We'll just put as many of the fragile boxes marked fragile in yours.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the like spider thing like opens up, and like all the like walls come down, and you can just stack boxes around the cockpit.
That's so cool.
I'd like to check my cameras before we go. Make sure that the path is still clear.
yeah, the path. The path inside the city is fine.
Cool. Glad I put a camera on it. Yeah. So I'm just sort of since I scouted the terrain earlier, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of where to shadow y'all without giving myself like overtly away. But I am in my mech doing that. So
Okay.
I want to sort of take point in this.
All right.
I've told everyone by now that I think that there are Jovangelians that have infiltrated a bunch of different groups out here, and I'm going to basically try to like use the same signals that they're using to act like I'm in on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think like I know the like officer specific ones, so if it comes down to it, I can try to like pull rank on everyone.
That's
I mean,
good.
to be fair, we are also Jovangelians who have infiltrated this group. So
Right, but I'm not on the payroll.
what makes you think they're in official capacity and not just expats?
Well, then I'm banking on their patriotism.
That should go well. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Sister like slaps you on the back. Is like, all right, run with that.
Cool. Yeah, so you get through this dirt road just without incident. I think you passed like some people that were like out in the fields outside or whatever, like coming into the city for the night. Like, not a big deal though. They don't care. You do, however, meet a checkpoint entering the docks area up in the right corner here. I don't want that color. That's a bad color. Here, there is a big old checkpoint here.
Okay, I think like, can we calm from like, is there like a way to like contact them like hey, we're gonna do the checkpoint thing?
Yeah, no, you can let them know you're coming.
Yeah, so Celestial calls them up and is like, yes, this is I'm so bad at coming up with names off the top of my head. This is like Chameleon Gardening Co. We're here to do some. We're called to do some work on some of the plantations near the not plantations, like gardens near the docks. If you could just let us through quickly, we'll be out of your hair in no time. And it's just like, and I like ping over like official documents that I have. Like, here's our like we're supposed to be here thing.
Okay. Let's see how convincing you are.
Yeah.
You're still controlled, and
Okay.
you're great because of the documents.
Okay.
Do you want Okay, I've got an idea for a flashback if this goes south.
Okay. Well, let's see how
So,
it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 5.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. I think they let you through. And they say that these documents, say that you're supposed to be leaving by 2.
Okay.
They expect you to just check back in on your way out, so we have a record around 2:30, and you should be fine.
All right.
Plenty of time for gardening.
I think they also note that you're supposed to be carrying
Trees or something.
I think also phosphorus and fertilizer and that sort of thing. So, and they're like, oh yeah, that stuff, whatever Class B hazardous materials, that's West Dock 3. It got changed from West Dock 2.
Okay. Is 3 before 2 or after 2?
After. It's the next one here.
Okay. So we can just stop here and then pretend like we kept going.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You can resist that if you want, but
Oh yeah, I can. I forgot I could do that. Let's resist that.
It was
Okay.
very easy to get turned around in this city.
Mhm.
That would be insight for this one too.
Okay, that's not. I only 1 die. I rolled a 5. So.
Good, that's good. Take 1 stress, and yeah. So documents are actually in good order, and you are set to go to West Dock 2. I think you notice as you're walking in, there are people watching you. There are, you can tell that they're from some of the other squads that are known for smuggling. I think some of them know what's up. But you are on your way. It's 2 ticks.
Are these some of the folks that I saw using hand signals?
Yes. Some of them
Okay.
some of them are. Some of them are just watching you because they're like, oh, I know what you're doing. Good luck with that.
Mhm.
Some of them are definitely more interested than that.
I'm thinking. I wonder, should I?
Oh,
I think. Go ahead.
quick thing. I think I figured out how my mech would be still kind of conspicuous but not identifiable. And I don't know if I would need to declare something for this or if it's just flavor, but just basically wearing a giant tarp like a cloak. So
Great.
like the spindly legs coming out, and of course the eyes glow. So all you see under the cloak are just these glowing eyes and the smile.
There
But
it
you
is.
can't see any of the other like Technicolor nonsense. So until things pop off, at least.
And you're gonna pull off your cape like a goddamn
Hell yes.
fucking anime character.
There's a
Oh,
move for
yes.
that, which you don't have. Wait, do you? You don't have
Wait, what?
Red Comet, do you?
Do I have what?
Red Comet. Red Comet is the one where you pull off the tarp and you get a bonus.
Oh no, I took advanced prototype.
Yeah. But yeah, I have had people with Red Comet wear a tarp cape and throw it off to use that move. So you are totally cool to do that.
I think Adele has a reputation. I don't know if it's because he's a pilot. You know.
Oh man, okay. So
I'm gonna post up nearby. I'm gonna find like a decent sort of either like a good hill or a building, like maybe a derelict building nearby, to set up and do sort of an Overwatch thing.
yeah, there's some coastal hills a little further up that you definitely have a good vantage point from. Some like old fishing shacks, that kind of thing that people don't seem to be in at the moment. I think you notice though that there are other things here.
Oh,
Like you find some mechs in tarps, actually. Some Jovangelion mechs covered in tarps. No one's in them. They're just here.
but like Jovangelion, like military. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like very like infiltrator types built for stealth.
If you
That
just
kind of
stand
deal.
on top of them, you'll never be able to get in the max.
Oh my god! Can I just? I'm gonna lay the mech just like a cat across as many of them as I can.
I think there's three of them.
Is this where Chroma Lion does the legendary lounge thing for the second game in a row?
Extremely comfortable.
Yeah, we had a thing where the last session where I played Dell for Once Upon a Game, I decided I was going to try and hinder progress, and so Chroma Lion basically just did the Jeff Goldblum Jurassic Park pose like across the dock so that they would have to like cross it. So I can just chill and pose on top of those mechs if we
Yeah, maybe I do like radio comm you in and be like, hey, there are some things here that you could obstruct beautifully, and also the lighting is pretty good. So if you want to, step a few for your portfolio, whatever it is you do.
And so it's like, Del, yes, you're very pretty, but we need you to take the the weapons to the port first.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Just leave them with somebody.
To be clear, these do not look like they've been moved very much recently at all. Like they've been here for days at the very least, maybe weeks.
Okay. Cool. Definitely cool.
As
Not super
we're
sure what to make of that.
as we're passing like the onlookers, I'm gonna give like this this hand signal, which basically means like all according to plan. And then like I imagine I like pop over my cockpit just a little bit and just like throw up a hand sign. I'm throwing up hand signs. You can't see me, but like it's
What, these hand signs you mean?
Yeah, I'm doing that. No, that's the sign for
You can't see me.
Yeah, I'm going undercover. No, but it's almost like finger guns, but like the two fingers are spread more out. It's like it's a combination of thumbs up and finger guns. Like all according to plan.
Let's
close that cockpit again.
Something's gonna happen here. I don't know if you should roll for this or if it's just gonna happen.
Might it be a consort?
Yeah, that sounds right. You're still in control.
Okay.
How many dice do you have?
I have 2 in consort.
Okay.
And this is
You
just
want
like
help?
So whoever said something, say that again.
I said, do you want help? You want like a bonus die?
Yeah. How are you helping?
I think it's just Celestine's like bureaucratic nature, like naturally falling in line behind you, like acting like you're a superior officer, sort of.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
So, what's that? Give me another die.
Yes.
Okay. 3d6. Let's go. Hold on, it's very dark and I can't see my keyboard. Okay, 3d6. That's a 5.
Okay.
All right.
One of them, one of the people watching you, walks over. It looks like they're one of the toll men, but like obviously they just noticed that signal. This is Julia Brew.
Julia Brew. Name
She's
I know?
got like.
Is that a name I know?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And she tells you her name. And she's got like dark black hair, like kind of short, very muscular. Which most of the tollmen are, just because that's the kind of thing they do. They're dock workers. They also run protection rackets. They're extremely swole.
Sure.
And she comes up to you, like she opens up a radio comm with you, and asks, "What are you doing? We were told there weren't any shipments moving out for the next 2 weeks."
Change of plans. Things are moving faster than expected.
I told them that we couldn't. Oh my god.
Listen, kid. If I've learned anything in my years, you just gotta roll with the changes and keep moving.
All right. Well, they haven't changed the procedure, at least, have they?
As far as I know, everything's getting shook up. Look, you tell me what you've seen on site so far.
Well, okay, we need to do this fast. We don't have that much time now, do we?
Agreed. Is there some way you can expedite this for us? Make sure we don't run into any other distractions?
All right. Okay. No one's manning the station right now. That's the problem. Okay. I'm going to get as many people as I can in. You head over there and open up the shipments so we can scan them real quick. Okay?
All right. Hold on.
Hold your horse on the map.
All right. Now, don't be too hasty, kid. Let's be subtle about this, all right? I don't think anyone's on to us quite yet.
I know what I'm doing. It's fine. You're not helping.
You can resist this consequence if you like.
That is true. I think I will try to do that. What would I be rolling here?
To be clear, the consequence isn't going to this building here. It's the fact that she doesn't agree with what you're doing.
I see. Okay. So, which building is that? Is that the one with the purple?
Yes.
And we're going for the black?
Yes, that is where you want to be headed. The purple is where you're supposed to, where she says that you need to go.
Okay. And so, to be clear, she said she was calling everyone in?
She's going to get a number of people that are available to go to this building and do some sort of scan on these shipments.
I see. And our ultimate goal is to drop them off for pickup at the building too. Okay.
And she said like to do it fast, so you can probably assume that means that the shipments are still supposed to get to that dock.
Okay, I see. So my interpretation of this, I'm just thinking out loud right now. My interpretation of this is that the Jovangelians knew that this job was going down, and they want some info on the shipment before it leaves, but they're not. They doesn't sound like they are going to stop us.
What are the mission parameters again? The
rules of engagement, or just
Yes.
what you're supposed to do for the mission? The rules of engagement are just like, don't hurt people, don't like destroy buildings, that sort of deal, and keep it like on the down low.
Okay,
So
so
nothing specifically about don't show the shipments to the Jovangelion.
Yeah, and I also just don't want to give the Jovangelians anything. So
completely
yeah, I want to resist this.
Okay.
So what would I use to resist this?
This would be. Is this insight again? I feel like this one also might be insight.
Okay.
So resolve doesn't sound quite right.
Okay, so I'll be doing. Is it possible to push yourself on resist?
On a resist, no.
Okay.
Because then you're just taking stress to try to
Oh
take
yeah.
less.
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
can I resist it?
Someone else can, and although how?
I think this is sort of like radioing in like negative, all of this stuff is already cataloged. We are just dropping it off, like we like acting as if we have already done this step, and that to do it again would be redundant and wasteful.
Okay.
So that's an insight, or is that a resolve?
I think that's still insight, yeah.
Cool, I do that. 2d6. That's a 5.
No, it's a 3.
No, it's
Oh, that's a 3. I'm
Yeah.
wrong. That's
Take 3 stress.
I'll take it.
So yeah, instead I think she stands down. But she's still talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You mean you fixed it off site? Is there a different site now?
Listen,
They
rookie.
haven't told me
I
anything.
told you. They sent me in here because we needed a change of plan. We got things covered. I'm sure you'll be debriefed. Now, if you could just make sure everything goes smoothly from here.
They're already watching all of us. You know, that's the thing. We haven't had a debriefing in months. We were supposed to be a closed cell here. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
They're in disguise. They don't have like a visible, like demarc. What's that called when you something that shows your
insignia?
rank. Yeah, they don't have a visible insignia.
No.
So I just say, listen, rookie. I get you're frustrated, but you need to know when to follow orders. All right. All right. I close my cockpit.
Okay. That's another tick on the clock.
Can I talk to people from the ship? Can I have like a
yes,
like screen up that's essentially like what I'm seeing on my screen now, that's like even if it's not like visual images of people, just like I can hear people and like know what they're talking about.
Yeah. You have a radio channel open with the rest of the group then? Do you have like some sort of communications open with the rest of the group?
I think I could listen into any of their conversations, like if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It gets a little like chatty because not right now, but like sometimes it gets a little chatty. So I try to like focus on one specific person each. And if I see someone's talking a lot and seems to be carrying on a conversation, I'll switch over to them. And I think when Sunday is talking to this person, I like tune into their conversation. And then I pop on as soon as this person is gone, and I'm like, hey, Sunday, do you know what she meant by they're watching us, and also who, and that whole thing?
No fucking idea.
Cool. I'm on it. Closes comms.
Oh man.
I want to figure out what she's talking about. The person they were talking to was she, her, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to figure out what that lady was talking about. And I think doing this, I'm just is one of the cameras that was on the ground that Tusser put up is one of them like where I can see these people.
Yeah, I can have that happen. I can just post it up. Honestly, I could probably give you like at least camera controls, if not actual controls over it. If that's copacetic, Chikuma.
Yeah. No, it's a drone. You know.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I want to look at them and see like, are they in a mech or are they just like on their feet, like on the ground?
The Jovangelians.
Yeah.
They obviously they have like dock working mechs, like loaders and things, but they don't seem to have any of their like own mechs.
Right. So they're just like people like walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask something for like a bit of flavor here?
Sure.
You said you had like an overhead view on us.
I don't know if I have an overhead view necessarily, but I think I have the same sort of view like as this call right now, essentially, where I have like a bunch of different like audio channels essentially open and can just click through them. I don't know if I have video on everyone. I think that can be decided later, maybe.
Because just how I was imagining this visually, like how you, because I think we said I was the one who was able to pick them out, which ones were Jovangelians, because it was a mix. And so I'm imagining like you have some sort of view on my mech, and I'm just like, as I pass them, I'm like 30 meters, 12 o'clock, 10 meters, 6 o'clock, you know, just pointing out different ones, and like they're like highlighting red as I say that.
That's very cool. Yeah, I'm looking at these people, and I think I try to keep eyes on them for a little bit. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time, so this isn't like an instantaneous thing. I don't know any other way to do this, though, subtly at least. But I want to watch these people for a little bit and see if they have any like tendency to be like looking in certain locations or checking certain objects, like checking a watch, or like if they raise their hand to their ear to talk to someone, or if they like hold out a device to talk to someone, and try to sort of figure out how whoever is seeing them, whether it's cameras, whether it's like they have like devices on them and it's not actually seeing them, it's just like knowing where they are, stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's going to be a little bit, but I think that's probably either a survey or a study.
I think this one is like details, so it's study.
Okay.
Yeah, you're looking for like little physical ticks and things like that. So.
Yeah, and there's devil's bargains in this game, right?
There sure are.
Yeah, can I hear one?
Yeah. Okay. Someone that's not them will notice you.
There's always a few like moments in games where my GM will be like, hey, somebody's gonna notice you or somebody's gonna recognize you with this, and every single time without fail I have to take it because it's so interesting. It's so lame if you don't, right?
Yeah.
So that's 2d6. Is there a position and effect here, by the way? I haven't been asking because it doesn't prompt you, but...
Yeah, this one is... I mean, I think you're still at controlled right now.
Okay.
So yeah, just controlled standard.
Cool. I got a 4.
4. Okay. So what you can tell is that it's sort of similar to what Sunday noticed earlier, where they're like communicating with each other mainly with hand signals when no one's noticing. They're occasionally talking, like on smoke breaks or whatever. And right now they seem to have changed behavior a bit because they're talking to other dock workers. They're like drawing people into card games. They're like coming out with like a couple beers. They're distracting people. Like they're following Sunday's orders. They're like trying to minimize the noise and like people walking around and people paying attention as much as possible. So that's what they're up to right now. You also notice 2 things. First of all, there is you thought it might have been just like a stray cat at first, but it doesn't move quite right. And I think you realize that it's a very well-made construct. It's like maybe a robot or something, but it looks directly like, it feels like it's looking at you through the camera. And then you hear like a cat yelling noise on the loudspeakers.
That's terrible. Oh my god.
At the same time, I think Sasha, I think Tusser hears a meow somewhere around you.
Like around my mech?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna... I feel like I'm just gonna poke my head out and see if there's a cat here. Hi.
I think, yeah, so you see a, like, what looks like a black cat staring at you, like from the top of one of these fishing shacks.
And it just straight up looks like a cat.
Yeah, I don't think you have the know-how to realize that it's actually, like, a robot.
Okay.
Or mechanical.
I think that I am going to I feel like I have my rifle out. So I'm gonna put the safety on, and then I'm gonna poke it with the barrel. Like, get out of here.
Oh, I can't see this going wrong.
Just real gentle nudge, just like in the chest, like
Gently with the rifle.
I think it like
I put the safety on.
Okay.
I think it like climbs onto your rifle, like runs up the barrel, like and climbs onto your mech.
God damn it!
And like curls up on top of it.
Can I open communications with Tusser really quick?
Yeah.
I just like I open communications and it's been like really quiet most of the time because I'm being quiet and just like, you know, playing games on my phone or whatever while I'm watching this. But now it's just like loud screeching and it's like bad audio too. It's not like perfect, so you can't tell it's really a cat. It's just like screaming. And then I'm kind of shouting over the noise like, hey Tusser, you might want to get, that's not a cat. That's not, it's not a real cat, at least. This is, I think it's doing this noise thing. I don't know. You should probably get rid of it.
Okay.
Not a cat.
I think immediately like Tusser like takes off her headset and is like, Jesus. And like from a distance hears this. And then I think very quickly just flips the mech so that it lands on the cat.
Oh.
That sounds like a roll.
Yes.
Do a barrel.
I'm gonna argue for a maneuver.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh shoot. Important thing I forgot. Polly is also screaming.
Oh, great. Cool and good. There's
Yeah.
lots of animals screaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the cat. The cat's closing in.
Yeah, did you miss
No.
that
I didn't catch that
one?
one.
Get that
No.
We're bird themed. It's cat themed. This is a bad time.
It's a bad time. It's a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a. I mean, you're still at control, and this is a tiny cat, so this is controlled. I think it's limited because of the scale issue.
Oh, okay.
It's just like it's really small and agile, and
Mhm.
you're in a big neck. So,
I'm in a big
Little
neck.
robot cat.
All right. Oh man. I don't want to push myself because I'm already at 4 stress. So let's just do this 1d6.
Okay.
And hey, oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Clutch rolls in this game.
Lord, I have all this interesting stuff that I'm not gonna get to use. Look at that 6. Okay, good work.
Too good at this game.
I think you land on its tail, and
Oh,
it's
no.
just stuck there, yowling. I don't
Is
know. What
it-
do you? Are you going to like finish it off, or like do
Is
you
it
want to
in fact-
examine it?
Is it in fact a robot? This is important.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I feel less bad.
I know my stuff.
Not an animal. Definitely not an animal.
Okay. I don't have anything in engineer, so I'm not gonna tinker with this thing, I don't think.
Just put it in a bag and bring it
I
back.
know, I'm like, over like periodically, like you'll just hear like loud screaming, and then Osa being like, if you can get it to me, that'd be great. I want to figure out what it is, but like if you can't, that's fine too, I guess.
Okay, I definitely know what I'm doing then. I am going to I have a drone carry. How many? I get 1 drone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, all right, bring the drone over here, and then I like take out like, I don't know, a rope or like a bag or something. I feel like a bag is less conspicuous, and
A moving object in a bag is less. I guess that's true than a moving object on rope.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll probably like hog tie it so it doesn't like escape, and then I'm gonna stick it in a bag, and I'm gonna attach the bag to the drone, and
Okay.
send it back to base.
Oh my god.
Great.
Here's the cat for you,
This
buddy.
isn't a tracking device.
Cats in the bag.
Oh, all the metaphors today.
Oh my god. This is not what I thought today was going to be like, but I love it. It's great.
It's
I
so
love
subtle.
Metal Gear Solid.
I think the rest of you now notice the cats are looking very intently at all of you. There are a number of other cats
Oh shit.
on this dock.
Okay, so that's 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's
That's 1.
So many. There's a lot. There are, it's a dock. There are fish around. There are cats around. There are a lot of cats here, and not all of them are robots, but a good number of them are.
Okay.
Yeah. I like put in chat instead of like screaming over people now. I assume we just have like a group chat that we don't use much, but I just throw in a chat like keep an eye out for robot cats, cat emoji.
Aw.
How do you tell that they're a robot cat?
I have to like Osa has to like think of a good like how to say this without like that would make sense to people, specifically Tuser. Just like it doesn't move like a normal cat? ? Shrug face. Shrug emoticon.
Sunday says they really don't like water.
That too.
So Steel like sends oh, you go first.
So witch hunt rules apply? If you toss it in water, it doesn't dissolve. It's probably just a regular cat.
If it doesn't spark when you throw it in the water.
Yeah, if it doesn't spark,
Right. Yes.
then yeah, I guess. You probably shouldn't be throwing cats in water, though. That doesn't seem very nice. for
Well,
everyone.
that's the only option you've left me, Osa.
I said it moves weird.
Great.
I think Celestial sends like a saluting emoji and like begins to like put the mech sensors to like in this similar way to where Sunday was like marking the people who were Evangelion. Celestial is like very accustomed to like going through a lot of data looking for very small changes. And so it's just like looking at all the cats and trying to like notice which ones are different and like mark them on like everyone's like mini map as like different cat, different like robot cat, robot cat, robot cat. So that like they can be more avoided.
I think that might be a role.
Yeah, like maybe an analyze.
Sure. Yeah. This is also control standard.
Okay, I'm gonna push myself with that fuel. Because if I'm doing a mech thing, I push myself with fuel, right?
Yep.
Cool. I got a 6.
Look at that
Nice.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you mark about 15.
Okay.
And the way, like, the most significant thing is that, like, you can tell, like, heat signature wise, that they're not living beings, although it looks like it was built to imitate a living cat,
Okay.
like that way. But like they have a distinct heat signature.
So yeah, Celestial marks all of them and is like, avoid these.
Avoid these cats.
Okay.
Can I do a brief flashback?
Yes. Also, that 6 is giving you 2 more ticks, so you're only 1 away from getting to this dock without incident.
Ooh, nice.
Can I have given Julia Brew my phone number?
Yes.
Or some way to keep in contact as we
Yeah.
move forward?
Are you flirting?
Go forward. All right.
We'll see how it goes. That's not any stress to do that, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like shoot her a text like, what's the plan with these cats? How are you taking care of them?
Cats?
Do you not see the cats?
No.
Do you have any eyes on our location?
I'm right here. Like,
Oh, we're not
my
very
men are
far away.
around, but yeah, I mean, you met up with her probably like up here,
Uh-huh.
and you moved a little ways down. Like you're probably around here now.
Okay.
Like she's not that far, and like this is all just like the dock district now. So,
Uh-huh.
and those cats have been hanging around like this whole time. You just notice
Yeah.
them now. So
You could send her like the information about the heat signatures.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah. I think it's like just like a screen. Like I pull up the program on my display and then just screenshot it.
Nice.
And then like, oh shit, hold on, crop out the incriminating bits and then send it. It's like, you see it now?
how long have these been here?
We just noticed them, but I think they've been here the whole time.
This is really bad.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I think whatever you're doing, you should pull out. This isn't good. We didn't know about this.
We're close. Just see if you can figure out who's doing this and deal with them.
I'll try, but I think
You can
our
get this
orders are
done.
to
If you can get this
extract.
done for me.
We need to extract. We can't be messing with this. I'm gonna get out safe. You do too.
All right, listen. All right, fine. And, close channel.
Can the cat get back to Osa in a timely way, or is that too far?
It's a bit far, but I mean it can get there. Although Osa also has a cat somewhere in the ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why you can hear the yelling.
That's great. Awesome. Good and cool. Does Polly notify me of that? Like do I get like a hint of that somehow?
I think it's. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just Polly screaming that the cat is here.
or Polly being like, cats on the ship, cats on the ship.
Cat's on the ship. Cat got your tongue. Cat got my tongue.
And I'm like, oh shit, really? I send a quick text to the group chat, just like, I've already got a cat on board, heads up. Didn't know about this. Cat emoji. And then like a BRB. And I get up from where I was sitting, which I was probably just sitting in like the main area with like fucking my feet on the dash or whatever, just watching a gigantic screen. And I get up and I still have my goggles on, which this is like this equivalent of a spirit mask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like letting me see like the AR world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look for this cat, but with the caveat that I'm also doing that. Like I'm using that to look for the cat if I can.
Yeah, I think that's honestly, I think you can just see at this point that there is an AR cat, which I think you assume is separate from a physical body. Like there is a physical body in the ship somewhere that's connected to the ship's AR, and then the cat inside the ship's AR is chasing Polly around, who you now see flying around frantically.
Oh no.
Oh, poor Polly. Like I walk over to the cat, and this is in like I think Osa physically walks over. Like this is like a, what's the word? There's the system where you got the big thingy on and the
Virtual
VR.
VR. It's very close to AR, so I should have known what that. I should have known that, but it's like VR. Like I physically walk a little ways, and then kneel down in front of the cat, try to get its attention, try to be more on its eye level. I'm gonna try to figure out this cat in the AR world before I do in the physical world, I think.
Okay. Give me a roll.
I feel like anything in the AR world feels like interface, right?
Yeah, that can be interface.
Okay.
Like it could still be like consort or something, but yeah, you
Yeah.
can definitely roll interface for this.
Yeah, and I don't think I actually try to talk to the cat. I'm trying to like read the cat's data, essentially. Interface, that's 2.
Controlled standard.
Cool. Well, we're not at a risky position. Oh,
Look
shit!
at
A crit.
Crit!
Hell yeah!
Wow!
I know so much about this cat.
Yeah, yeah, I can just give you who made these, which is Alderman Mergers and Acquisitions, which is an Exodus Republic squad. They are a corporation focused on stealing items and information. Their goal is to shut down enemy supply lines. The Exodus Republic has sort of talked them into dealing with their own information theft, and are trying to bust gun runners. These cats are part of that.
Oh, mergers and acquisitions. I definitely thought you said murders and acquisitions.
Oh,
Yeah, same. I was like, shit.
Murders.
oh my God, no. Oh, I mean they might, but
I'm glad I checked that.
I
I mean,
Murders.
SEO is important if that's your special. Really.
was ready to accept that there was a company that's just like, yes, we specialize in murders and acquisition.
In sci-fi, of course.
oh my God.
That's fantastic.
Listen, usually we call them bandits, but it really is all about branding.
Brandits.
Ah,
Yeah, I hated that one too.
What else do you get? you know that this cat is also a similarly chained AI, and that all of these cats that it's controlling are extensions of its like consciousness,
Oh,
sort of.
okay.
So these are all one AI, all the cats together.
Okay. So I'm physically interacting with this AI, but like all the cats also.
Yeah, they sort of have a connection. It's kind
Okay.
of strange.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like drone bodies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, do I just read this? Do I just like get close enough and like right click it and just like read the cat's info? Like
I
real
think
life
that-
hacking.
Well, because it's a physical space, right? Like there are
Mhm.
details that you notice that, are typical.
Does it have a collar? Does it have a collar that like says the name of the people?
Oh my god. Probably, like it's probably encrypted, but like you were able to read it. And I think the way that the digital, like the AR body is constructed is not typical for what a person would do. And I think that's how you tell that it's an AI.
Mhm.
Like different details are more accentuated in an odd way. Like it doesn't look like a cat should look like, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, a little bit. Like it looks like someone like gave a kid a picture of a cat and was like, draw this.
Or is it what's the where they give a computer a bunch of images of cats and it puts out this
God.
is cat, right? What
What's
is
a
that
cat?
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Neural networks?
Yeah,
Like
neural
Yeah,
machine learning?
yeah.
Machine learning. That's what it is.
machine learning.
Mhm.
Machine learning cat.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's totally what it is.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what else I can get from this. I do love this space where it's just like, oh god, I wonder what the ship's AR looks like. We can talk about that later, but like it's just like a space where they're like Polly is flying around and like this cat is chasing it and I'm like, this is great. Like sitting down on the ground.
I almost want it to be like a tropical island.
That would be so good. It's a ship, like it's like a tropical island with like a ship wrecked on its shore.
Yeah.
That's very piratey. But yeah, I look at this cat. I examine this cat. And
We
is
thought
there
it was a
anything?
lounge, but it's actually a Margaritaville.
So,
Sorry.
is there anything else I can see in this AR world, or I can do in this AR world that I haven't like seen yet, or should I just pop out and let everyone know?
Are there like any other like gather information questions you want to know? Like, are there any other things that you want to notice? Otherwise, I don't have anything else for you.
Yeah, I'm just like wondering if like anything spectacular happens necessarily, but like I do want to know I want to know how to shut it off.
Yeah.
That's like the number one thing. I don't know if I can get that in AR though. I think what Osa needs to do is actually track down one of these cats and get the cat from the ship.
I think you could help Polly like eject the cat from the ship.
Oh, okay.
In a way.
Yeah.
I think you see Polly like making shadow clones in the AR to like evade this cat, like doing some really cool stuff. Because Polly's a similar AI, just that this I think it's sort of like a rock paper scissors thing where Polly is not suited to taking this on like head on.
Mhm.
And if you helped Polly, you'd be able to get rid of the cat somehow.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to look into how I do that. I think like maybe I just like reach over and try to physically pick up the cat by like the tail, which isn't like, it's not actually physically like Osa moves, but it's not, it's VR, it's AR, it's not real necessarily.
Yeah.
but like I lean down and like try to pick up the cat by its tail or by its collar or something, and try to like. I don't have a plan after that, but I try to pick it up.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was terrible.
Please put that in the Twitch chat.
Oh, well, it's on. It should be on the screen, but yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh yeah, it is right there. Yep. There it is for the world to see. Cat
Yep.
with the key.
I hate that so much.
Oh.
Oh my.
Is this also interface, or is this like a finesse or something?
I think either one, honestly, because like finesse is, you know, the physicality part of it, and the interface is the handling part of it. I don't think either one has a better effect here.
Okay. Then I'm gonna roll interface because that's what I have dots in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up this AR cat and see what I can do with it. Another 6.
Damn.
I didn't tell
Hell
you
yeah.
like position effect, but it was still controlled. Like it's fine.
Oh, great.
And you have to chase it for a bit. It's pretty fast, but you catch up to it, grab its tail, whip it up into the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Polly like transforms midair into like a really big, like I'm thinking like a rock.
A rock?
Like a bird rock, like an ROC rock, and just like eats the cat.
Okay.
Terrible.
And turns back into like a parrot with a bit of tail hanging out of its beak, and it's just like, Polly got a snack.
Adorable.
Osa is like delighted. She claps for Polly. Good job, Polly. And then takes off her goggles and is back in the real. Shut the fuck up.
So good.
Oh,
Polly want a hacker.
Osa takes off their goggles and is like back in the real world, and they were like they had to have been in like some sort of like strange pose or whatever, because when they take off their goggles they're in that pose and they're like on the fucking desk or whatever, like because you know AR in the AR world, like physical things turn into AR things a little bit, so like I was climbing up a rock and it's actually just like the monitor, and you know, I get down from whatever fucking desk I'm standing on, and I is the cat, do I still hear the fucking cat over the comms?
No, I think later, like when you search through the ship, you'll find a cat body just like motionless on a like somewhere where it could have connected into the network, but
yeah,
that it's gone.
Cool. I pull up chat again. I do just like a voice channel with someone. I actually do it with, I think, what's your character's name again, Atlas? Celestine. Yeah. Celestine?
I don't know. I've been saying it like a bunch of different ways.
Okay. Great. So I pull up chat with Celestine and I'm like, cat taken care of.
Great. I'm so happy. Did you follow the rules?
Ends voice chat. Chat. I don't know, did I?
And over the horizon, a drone carrying a squirming bag comes into view over the ship.
Is the bag still squirming, or is that specific cat that's in the? Is it just the specific cat that's in the?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, it was just the one inside the ship.
Okay, then
all the other ones are still active.
Okay, then actually, what I say to Celestine is just like, I got the cat taken care of on the ship. Problem is that the rest of them are not, but good news is I have a ton of information on them. and I was like taking notes on like a pad as I was in the AR world. And in the AR world, it was like a fucking like scroll of paper that I was like writing on physically. But in real life, it was just like a tablet. And I forward all those notes to you.
Celestine's eyes like light up when you're like, I took notes. They're like, they're learning.
God, that's so cute.
Jesus. Yeah, I send those notes to you, and then you like get like all like fucking parenty, like I'm so proud of you, and I'm like, don't be weird, and I close the chat.
Oh, God. Pirates.
We're good.
We're good at pirate stuff.
That cleared the clock. So you are at this dock. It's right before 2. You see a figure in, a large coat, hat pulled down, typical sketchy looking person. Extremely tall and thin, like very lanky, like we're talking Dell levels of lanky.
Oh my goodness.
And they walk over to you, and these cats are all watching you. Some of them seem to have tailed you. Oh my God. Tailed you to this dock.
We did mark them.
Did mark them.
Is it possible to like roll so that we avoid detection from them?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that like a group action, maybe?
I think, yeah. If you want it to be for all 3 of you, that's a group action.
I can lead it because I've got 2 in prowl.
Oh yeah, I have 1 in prowl. So yeah.
I also have 2 in prowl.
Oh, I also have 1 in prowl.
We're really good at this, actually.
Yeah.
Thing is, you're in mech.
So it's like maneuver. Or finesse.
And the thing is,
2 in maneuver.
I've got 1 in
I
maneuver.
have an idea.
Ooh.
it could be maneuver. It could also be something else, because this is, you can screw with them digitally. If any of you have like interface or stuff like that, I don't know if you do, but
one of us does.
Hmm.
I'm not that one.
I would even give you a modify if y'all have that. But yeah, I mean, maneuver would give you a limited effect.
I have
'Cause you've
1
still-
in modify. That's where we're at.
Oh boy. I think for interface or modify, I would give you standard. For maneuver, it's limited.
What
I would help you, but I was probably busy with cats at that moment.
Yeah, a little bit.
I have something to modify.
I have a bad idea.
I also have an idea.
Yes.
One of the things I can tick off is a spotlight or flare mortar.
Oh my God. Okay.
And this wasn't the bad idea. This was
an idea. I didn't qualify it either way.
Okay.
This is value neutral.
Well, let's hear them out. What's the
yeah, I think if we distract them with the flashbang, if we override the optics,
Ooh.
we may be able to distract them, or depending on how cat-like these cats are programmed to act, as a person, I also have flashlights, flares, or glow sticks. So what about a little laser light show ways away to get these feline fuckers off our backs?
Just laser pointers?
Yes.
Go for it.
What would I roll here for this?
Oh my God.
Maneuver?
Is it?
Because it's still being kind of sneaky.
I mean, if you're using your things that are your people thing, is it like sway to like convince the cats with laser pointers to get them out of this area?
with
it
guile, wit, and charm.
Yes.
I
My sparkling
like
personality and my stash of sparklers.
Yeah.
it could also just be a fortune roll to see if the cats respond or not. That's less fun than sway, though.
Yeah, let's. I want to see this way.
Okay.
I can also have flashlights, flares, and glow sticks. Can I aid in this?
Yeah. I mean, I think for the three of you, it would be a group action to do this. Maybe, like to get the cats off of you completely.
Okay. I guess I'll lead. So would I just do 2d6 flat then?
Do y'all? It doesn't have to be group action, but like each one of you has to do something to get these cats not to. I think what you can understand is record who you are in these mechs.
Oh, I have a different bad idea than before.
Oh.
Which is to sneak up on them and just pelt them into the water one by one as I encounter them. Which I think is a hunt. To be real with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do, because I have 0 in sway, and so I would not be very helpful on that group action, I don't think.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't be helpful with that.
Okay.
I mean, Tusser is clear. Tusser got rid of her cat.
Yeah, but I could get rid of other people's cats also.
Yes, you could. You could with Hunt if you want.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. So what's the things on that? The standard good one.
I mean, if you're not using anything else, that's controlled standard.
You want me to try and do the light thing to like throw them off balance? Would that be? I don't know if that'd be an assist or a conditional roll or what that would be.
You could.
That would be a setup.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you had to like lure them in a spot where I could. Better pelt.
Or
heft.
If it doesn't work on the fake cats, it would probably just pull the real cats. So you just have the targets.
Oh, if we could aggro the real cats on the fake cats, that would be ideal. I don't know how to do that.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2d6 and we're gonna see how this goes.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen. And
sorry, I can't hack real life
right,
cat.
that's a 4. That's probably just like a feline clusterfuck instead of separating the targets. But
yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
There's a lot of cats in one spot.
Okay. So I want that to be on a maybe like a wooden pallet or something that's near the water. And it's just gonna be a real simple pushing that pallet into the water, just upset it.
Okay. You're gonna push him off the plank, you mean?
I am your hearties. I don't know if that's still hunt or not, but I'm gonna roll hunt for it. It's a 5.
No. All right.
5 cats.
It's extremely subtle.
I think that so you do it. Most of the cats go into the water. A couple leap off. Some of them leap way further than they should be able to and disappear. 3.
Okay. That's not great.
That's 12 out of 15. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. But they only need 1 to do the call of like, hey, go arrest these pirates for gun smuggling.
I can have a heavy cannon.
Sure.
I can have a fine heavy cannon, but I feel like now's not the time to compare.
I mean, there is more than one way to skin a cat, but that seems a touch excessive.
I'm just saying that there's more options.
There are.
It does break the rules of engagement. And to be clear, these cats ran away. They ran away without getting your faces. They might come back, but I think for now,
Okay.
they're somewhere out there.
I do have a thing that can get rid of all of the cats. I was busy with my cat up until this point, but I think at this point I'm like not busy with cats anymore. If that's all right, I'll get back to my history later. Something I have, so I have as one of my items as a person, it's a recursive data projector. It broadcasts overwhelming amounts of data that apps and AIs avoid. That would include the cats. On the other hand, as part of my vehicle gear, which I'm not in, but I could be if we're really worried about these cats, I do have what's called a data bomb. It's used to shut down systems by overloading them with data. But that would probably not be great for like anything else in the vicinity. But like if we're really worried about these cats, I could get rid of them pretty handily.
If it comes to it, then yeah. But the cats being scattered at the moment feels pretty good. I think we should take this window and just do the dang thing.
All right. What was the phrase again? I had it written down in.
I have it.
Okay.
The bird has come home to roost.
But the cat is closing in.
Yeah, we noticed.
Sure fucking is. What the hell's going on?
What do you mean?
Just Celestial is like, all right, if you'll sign here, here, and here.
And the paper trail? Are you kidding me?
An X is just an X is fine.
Did Saberson really send you? You seem very unprofessional.
Look, they were in a bind, but
They weren't.
what? Actually, I think what Celestial says is like professional without paperwork. Professional without paperwork. It's only professional if there's paperwork involved.
I'll have you know we're very well reviewed on Yelp.
5 stars on Craigslist.
And they lead you to a barge, which I think from the Once Upon a Game stream would have been the ship that the weapons would have gone on. And you load them in.
All right.
That's the job. You've done it.
Yes.
Good work.
It's on me.
Good work, team.
Go team.
See what kind of bars they have in town.
My God.
I mean, they're all
some
closed at
cats
2 a.m., but you know, whatever. It's the future. Maybe they're open for later here.
Oh, I had the worst thought for the recursive data projector, actually.
What?
Just dogs. The data dogs. God.
Oh my God.
That would have
Maybe it's
gotten
that
us nuts.
spray. Maybe it's that
Oh my
spray
God,
that you use
yeah.
to get dogs and cats to stop like licking or sniffing certain areas. God.
Oh my Lord.
We do have like a cat that is still like active though, right? Like that got to the ship eventually.
Yeah. You have a literal cat in a bag.
Yep. We have a cat in a bag and we have a cat on the ship. The cat on the ship is dead. Yeah, dead. Well, I guess dead in a computer sense.
Have you observed it? Because that changes things.
We haven't observed the cat in the bag.
No.
But we have observed the cat on the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
know the cat on the ship is dead.
All right.
Fucking Schrodinger's cat. But as far as the cat in the bag is concerned, we don't know. So
It is both at once. It is
Yeah.
dead and alive
Yeah.
as far as we know.
as far as we know, that'll probably be one of my downtime things. Then
Quantum cat.
is studying these cats and trying to like get rid of the data on us that they have.
Solid plan.
Yeah. Because if they're all one system, that's probably just getting rid of heat. But anyway, we'll get to that.
All right, now what?
End of mission stuff?
Yeah, how are people feeling? Because it's been a little over 3 hours, like...
I have one more thing I sort of want to take care of before we're done.
Sure.
I want to, maybe at some point, I'm all right with this being a flashback. Maybe during some of that downtime before the mission, I was like looking up like a backup plan if things went wrong, like a subtle, secure way out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something I could maybe try and find out, something like that?
For what exactly?
Like
you are, like, you have a way out. Like, you're not gonna have any issues leaving.
I guess I'm going. I'll just say what I'm up to. I have a feeling that my friend Julia Brew is about to get in a lot of trouble, and I want to give her an out.
Oh, actually, Tusser conveniently came over to the dock and knocked the cats into the water because did you leave your mech where it was? Or did you bring that with you?
Technically Hunt is inside and not a vehicle action. So I'm afraid of what this answer will lead to. I'm very nervous and I don't know what to say.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Like, if you go back to that fishing shack to like get your mech,
yeah,
it's just like on the ground on its side, and all the Jovagillion mechs are gone.
Okay, it's nice of them to have left my mech here. That's good. I'm gonna check it over and make sure everything is the way that I left it, other than sideways.
Apparently.
All right.
They were in a rush. They had to get out. So
that's true.
Just
sort of like snuck out of it. It's very good. Yeah. So I don't know if I would radio that. I don't think I know to radio that in.
Yeah.
Or no, I do, because I told people about the mechs to begin with, so I was like, well,
those
mechs are gone now. But my mech is fine. Thanks for asking.
So yeah, I think what happened here isn't going to directly be connected to Julia. Like,
okay,
yeah, I don't think you have to worry about her.
All right.
Yeah, I think you should be worried about yourselves, maybe, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, normally we would do mission completed stuff, do downtime. How are people feeling? Not tonight. Like, I get that it's late.
I'm very hungry.
Yeah, that's important. And this went a while.
I'm hungry, but I'm also like good to just finish it up.
Maybe
I would say maybe not downtime, but at the very least the end of mission marking off XP, because I feel like if we come back to that later, we're gonna forget.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's where I was at.
Should be done at the end of every session, not just every mission, which I have made the mistake of before. So not gonna forget that.
Okay.
I've been playing not this game, but Blades for like over a year and 2 months ish now. And yeah, like every time we're like, what's XP? We forgot.
What do?
How do we do that? Where do we put that?
So yeah, end of session. Check the squad's XP goals and mark 1 XP for each item that occurred, or 2 XP if that happened multiple times. Execute a successful delivery or acquire new clients or contraband sources.
Did
We
do
did
that.
that.
Sure did.
Yep.
Although I guess that's just one.
Yeah, we
Anyone have
Yeah,
a case
one
for
delivery.
2? Just one?
no.
Mhm.
Face off against challenges above your pay grade, which I will give you 2 for sure, because that was like, it was multiple things, all of them higher tier than you. So bolster your squad's reputation or develop a new one.
We
still
did
don't
not write down our
have one.
reputation.
Oh no!
We didn't. We
I mean,
forgot.
you can develop a new one right now
Yes.
based off
I
this.
always liked savvy, and I always liked like reckless or daring or something. I don't know if those are the same words in this game, but I always liked those ones.
Considering how well this went, Savvy's not bad.
That sounds good.
Ah.
Savvy is very Cowboy Bebop to me, which I'm very into.
Mhm.
Clearly.
Savvy then?
Savvy.
Cool.
I'm down.
That's yeah. Get one for that.
Hell yeah.
Actually, like, does anyone have a case for 2?
Considering we came out of nowhere to do this.
I mean, the trip up was clear and good because we scattered it out first, and then the everything to do with the German galleons on the ground and all the cats feels pretty savvy. Being like rolling up and being like, "Hey, here's the situation," even though you've been here for months and somehow aren't aware of it.
I think also what's the word for like you go into a situation like not really knowing anything, but you still like we're just really good at thinking on our feet, maybe?
Yeah.
Like whatever reputation that means, whatever reputation that is.
I think that's still savvy because like we had skills going in that allowed us to think on our feet. So I think that prior knowledge going a long way probably still reinforces savvy.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So 2 for that.
Woo.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the squad.
Do we have goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature? I guess I mean we're pirates.
You're pirates.
Yeah, we are pirates.
We did the whole AR thing. We went into detail on that. That should count for something.
We were very pirates.
We were. We
were super pirates.
Ran some guns.
Yeah.
And screwed over the German galleons. So
Yeah.
there you go. I'd say 2 for that.
Hell yeah.
Which is that's 1 away. That's so almost got another one. I may just give you another one just so you can have another.
Yeah.
We argue that
This
we have
session
acquired
was
new
right.
clients and that we did such a good job for the people that they're going to come back to us.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Maybe.
Can we roll for it?
Actually.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All
Someone give me a fortune roll that's just 1d6.
right.
Who's been rolling good?
Yeah.
I've been rolling good, but also that means nothing.
Yeah.
I know.
That could actually mean that I'm going to roll worse. So.
Yeah, you could. I don't think I've rolled a lot for anything, so I'll go ahead and.
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah,
I'll-
go ahead.
I haven't used up all my 6s yet.
Yeah, Kurt.
All right, 1d6. That's a 4.
4. It's good.
All right.
Success.
Yeah. No. New client, new contact. Saberson, Bradbury as a new contact.
Nice.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that clears it. And before next session, we will decide on another ability.
All right.
So individual XP. Who wants to go first?
I can go first because I've been doing that while we're doing this.
All right.
As far as address a challenge with knowledge or digital power, I feel like I did that multiple times.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. That's all I did.
Mhm.
So I took 2 for that, and then express history, tragedy, or opening. I took 1 for that because, as far as like history opening, etc. I mean, I did like mechanic things. I did engineering things.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the cat instead of just being like, send me its data. I was like, I want the physical cat. Bring the physical cat to me.
Mhm.
So that's all.
Okay.
I can go next, maybe.
Okay.
You addressed a challenge with tracking or violence. Yes to both.
100%.
Expressed your history, tragedy, or opening. History probably with Jevangelion, just sort of talking about Silent and my like military background. Briefly.
Yeah.
And I don't really have beliefs, trauma, or I could have struggle with my belief with Dell in that it seemed like he did some stuff, and that was pretty
Did
good.
I?
Well, you seem you know what? God damn it! Now that you mention it, I can't remember you doing anything.
No. I
still don't know what you do on this fucking ship.
Yeah.
All right, that's
I
fair.
think part of that also could have been like, you didn't have to step in with the cats though. Like you could have just let them handle that on their end, but you didn't. But I don't know if that counts.
True. I had a sort of clever idea that a little bit helped. So
You did help.
You
Yeah.
also came up with a hashtag for the mission.
did.
No, I still don't know what the fuck you do on this. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm good. That's just
It's fine.
3 XP. I'll take it.
All
They
right.
make the hashtags. That's what they do.
Hashtag factory. XP, y'all. Who's next?
I'll go, considering I was briefly figuring out what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
Addressed a challenge with piloting or violence? No.
Mm.
Expressed history, tragedy, or opening? Not.
I'd say history.
Yeah, history, because I was one of the people running along on the fake documentary
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, Gambit, just in case. Okay, so 1 there. Struggled with beliefs, trauma, or character. I don't. I'm looking at my belief with Tusser now, and it's just, I'm glad Tusser recognizes my value! ! Smiley face.
Oh my god.
But I don't know that Tusser actually like said anything to deter me from continuing to believe that.
Yeah, no, I was extremely excited whenever it seemed like you had an opportunity to do something. So,
I guess actually struggling with character a little bit because like Dell's good at exactly 2 things.
Yeah.
And so like feeling a little bit out of place because again, Dell wasn't like specially picked to join this. He was on the boat when it was stolen for God knows what reason. I don't think he was supposed to be there either. But he was just like, all right, I'm hanging out, and is just useful enough to hang around.
I feel like that might be tragedy or opening because like characters like the mech version of like trauma,
Okay.
Yeah. Mechs get character, characters get trauma, but like that sort of falls into tragedy or opening, I think. So
okay, yeah, I'll mark another X for that then. Cool.
Atlas or Claire?
I'll go. Unless you want to go.
I can go next.
Okay.
So, you addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy.
Yeah, take 2.
Yeah, okay, cool. You expressed your history, tragedy, or opening.
History, definitely.
My history, as is Jevangelion military. Tragedy or opening, I don't think so. So I'll take 1 for that.
I mean, was this a long voyage transport job?
I've been on much longer voyages.
Okay.
Well,
it is a good distance. Like,
that's
up to you.
Well, I guess okay. So when I first envisioned long voyage, I thought like
Space?
Interstellar, but like
Yeah.
I guess what that mostly meant is like working like small time with this crew. So if we've been working on planet, then it's a pretty long job, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take another one for that. And then you struggle with your beliefs, trauma, or character. I don't think so. I think I think these beliefs hold up.
I mean, you brought up your belief about me, where even though you didn't trust Polly, you listened to what I had to say when Polly was freaking out.
That's true. I don't know if that's struggling with
Yeah,
it, though.
it's not really a struggle.
Yeah, if I felt like any of these didn't apply anymore, then I'd mark experience. But I think all these are still true, so I won't mark any for that.
Right. Alice.
I addressed challenge with procedure or management.
Mhm.
I think I did a very clear job of that. I was like making sure that the group was following the procedures that I laid out and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
So I took 2 for that. I expressed my history or tragedy or opening. My history is that my opening is that I'm second in command to Polly, which I think was pretty well cleared. And I threw in I would like when I pretended we were gardeners because I used to be a botanist.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's quite enough, but that's why I said it.
I caught on to that.
I think that
Yeah.
counts.
Cool. And then I don't think I used my beliefs, but I don't know if I struggled with them. Like I tried to get Osa to pay attention to the rules, which
You did.
to be fair, I think that Osa has maybe convinced Celestial that Osa is not going to endanger the squad with their disdain for protocol. I would say that belief no longer applies. I don't totally know how the beliefs work. The relationship part works.
Yeah.
I did like bring up to Sunday that they need to respect Polly more, but I don't think I struggled with it.
Yeah, I don't think those counted as a struggle. And like the way the beliefs work is like every time you cut loose you with someone else, you write another one, but like you don't replace them until you mark 4, basically.
Oh, okay.
So, how it works is you cut loose 3 times, and then you cut loose twice, and then you write a belief for each one. And on the 3rd time that you do after you start, so you have 4 ticks in that clock on the left, you ask a question about one of the beliefs that they have to answer truthfully, and then you clear the whole thing and then start over. So it's a little bit different from like other Blades games and other like PBTA type games.
I've had this. Oh Jesus, my camera's super fucking up. But I've had this like idea for a scene kind of rolling around in my head for a little bit here. Like, do you want to do a scene to like finalize like what that that like belief to be like, I don't believe that anymore? Because I just have a thing for your belief with me that I think could come up next session. I didn't bring it up this session, so I think it could be interesting if it comes up here.
Maybe we should save it for next session because I was planning on I need to cut loose at some point, so maybe I'll cut loose with you, and then it can come up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cut loose is like a really good way to do those like character to character scenes. It's nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I think that is everything that we need to do for now, because we will go in and do downtime at the beginning of next session, maybe. I think then.
Are there entanglements in this game?
Yeah. I mean that might also be like because we haven't even gotten to payoff and stuff yet. I think we might hold off on doing all of that until next time, because it's payoff and then trust and entanglements and then downtime. So yeah, And I will ask
I
the
would-
end of session questions in chat as well. So
Cool.
Do we wrap up the stream then?
yes.
Yeah.
Where is my outro stuff? Hey. Okay. So yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. Sorry we went like a bit late. This has been Beam Saber by Austin Ramsay. Austin dropped a link in the chat earlier, but if you haven't seen it, it's tinyurl.com/beamsaber. Real easy. Thank you, Austin. And yeah, there is also a Discord to join if you're looking for other people to play with to discuss the rules, etc., etc. There's also an actual play campaign that Austin is running on Tuesdays from 6 to about 9 Eastern Daylight Time with Sasha and me on it. So that's cool if you want more Beam Saber. We will be playing this campaign one more time, the 26th of August, which is Sunday, I think.
Yep, same cat time, same cat channel.
Heck yeah.
Guys, there's a cat in my room right now. I don't know what happened. Puma, turn the game off. Turn it off.
If you find a cat in the game, you find a cat in real life.
Good.
And today I was joined by Sasha.
I've been Sasha. You can find me on Twitter at Sasha_Renault and follow all of my game dev stuff at tcabbage.
Claire.
I'm Claire. Find me on Twitter at searchquery. That's search and then the word queer and then a Y.
Because I gotta.
Atlas.
Yep, you can find me on Twitter at Cobalt Time and the podcast I do at Cousin Osmosis.
Andy.
Yep, you can find me on Twitter and everything else at Coca-Cola Garlic. And I don't have anything else to say. Come watch the other stream that we do.
Yeah. Curve.
Can I? Oh,
All
sorry.
right.
Yeah. What? Sorry. What? Claire?
Oh no. Continue. I got one more thing to say after this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Kirby. You can find me on Twitter at Fancy Rectangles. And again, the next stream is going to be here at twitch.tv/Fancy Rectangles. Yeah, cool.
Thank you so much for hosting this again.
No
For
problem.
being a tech wizard. And Claire.
I just want to mention some of the other games that I will be in, at least in the next 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, I will be playing in a game of Dungeon World. So that's 6 p.m. And then the day after that, what was the time? I think it's 3 Eastern. I will be running a game of The Sprawl. So check those out if you're going to be around. Follow me for links to where to find those, because I'll be tweeting them out when they're happening.
And I put the Twitter and the hashtag for Nonbinary Tabletop RPG Month, which is all throughout August. This has obviously been one of the events for that. You can follow the Twitter for more announcements of more games, like the ones Claire mentioned. And if you are playing games or doing actual play or making games, and you are non-binary, you can tweet about it with the hashtag Nonbinary TTRPG Month and join in the fun. So.
And yeah, I'm Takuma again. My Twitter is at Takuma_Okada_. I GM tonight. Wow.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
You did so good.
It's so good.
I love it.
Such good cats.
God. Did not
Good
expect
metaphorical
those stats.
content.
God. So yeah, join us next time, and thank you for joining us, and good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
But the word not the shoulders.
Find the button to stop this. Hold on, we're still live. Let me find it. Okay. And
Just keep
stop.
waving.